Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of All Quiet on the Serisian front. This is a session that's going to be starting off with a bit of a tense moment, but before we get to it, we need a recap for a point of inspiration as to what happened in the last session. Any volunteers?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, class.
Um, hello.
Go for it.
Uh, can someone just tell me how we started and I got the rest?
The
Literally listened to it
ghost,
today.
the ghost on the shoulder,
Right.
after the nightmare from Ricky, and you
Yep.
noticed it. We didn't bring it up or anything, and then from there.
Yeah, we didn't couldn't talk about the ghost on the shoulder, but we packed up after a long rest and decided to push forward. Um, I believe the mist was still there, or it wasn't.
It was foggy.
It was foggy. Okay. We almost ran into the barrier we created fighting the Bone Nagas, but after a short detour and trying to clear it, while we were clearing it, we spotted a. Why am I blanking on the name of it now?
Gloomstalker.
Gloomstalker was looking at us atop a tree. Hadn't attacked yet, but we spent a lot of time arguing about what we should do instead of getting in the Brahma right away. Um, and, well, after we did that, cleared the way, pushed forward. Uh, Came across, we did some sneaky stuff in the Brahma, trying to get past some enemies. And we got almost to the end until we could not pass by another enemy, and we decided to. I think it was a stealth check that we failed. That another Gloomstalker found us and decided to pick one of us up. I forgot who it was. I believe it was Zed who got picked up first by
Yep.
Gloomstalker.
As he peeked his head out to make a distraction and it saw him and we didn't see it.
Yep. Um, Then we kick things off by opening fire on uh, the Minotaur skeleton. Um, After a tense moment of Zed taking damage in midair, um, believe he did some really cool thing with spell work, like
That was
He
afterwards.
misty
Joe came
stepped
out.
30 feet down and then he flew the rest of the
and
way into the
flew.
Brahma.
Yep,
And Joe was out trying to help him and then she was alone outside of the Brahma.
yep.
Which was awesome.
Which
Awesome place
triggered
to
Joe to get picked up
by an entirely
by
different Gloomstalker.
Gloomstalker. Yep. And who was then saved by Astra's nice polymorph work, turning Joe into a black dragon. All said and done, we were able to get out of there with little to no damage, and nobody was seriously hurt. Um, let's see. We continued travel for a bit, um, and we decided that maybe fixing our sleep schedule would be better if we did that. And so we decided to go to sleep early. And first watch went okay. However, Zed fell asleep. And Ash woke up on time, thankfully, to take over second watch.
Don't you wish that didn't happen?
Yep. During Ash's watch, um, he spotted a group of travelers that seemed to be, or at least the middle one, seemed to be wearing robes of Pyrrhus, which was kind of curious to Ash. So, like an idiot, he decided to go out and talk to them by himself, not telling anybody else. Saw that something was weird with them. Insight checked them, investigated them, found out that it was 2 bone devils and an incubus. And like the 7 charisma he has, he decided to say nice disguises.
And that's where we left off.
Oh yeah.
As the visage, the mood of the 3 individuals who are looking at you suddenly shifts, I'm going to change the map to what you see.
Boys.
Because it's important for you to know exactly what you're looking at. Your group is not where they are. You guys are just there so that you can see what is happening. That's not where you are actually at.
We like off-site, like back here.
So the burrow,
Uh-huh.
the burrow that Astra made was hidden in the dead and tall grass and brush over here.
Okay.
And the Brahma is even farther and off map.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you see, these 3 that are on the road that you were riding down. And they have turned to face you, Ash. One moment, please. I'm going to ask you to please roll initiative.
Oh.
Spooky.
Well,
I believe in you.
see you later, guys.
You still can re-roll. You have an inspo. You rolled pretty good.
Yeah, can I
Yeah,
treat this
for
as
you-
advantage?
I have 0.
Treat what at advantage?
Like, use the inspiration here and treat it as advantage?
You
You
mean just
just
roll
re-roll
again?
and choose which one you use. Yeah, if it's worse, you don't have to take it.
All right. Give myself the best.
I have no inspo to help
Chance.
you.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know.
what? 15's not bad. Oh,
But an
okay.
18 is
That's
good
better.
too.
An 18's
But
better.
you might need it
Much-
for something
much
else.
I don't know, man. I feel like the first roll is gonna make or break it, and it's too
I
late
don't-
anyways.
I don't have any inspirations.
Neither do I.
I have one.
Okay, and AJ
I
says
have
one
one.
as well.
Yep.
Okay. Those might be skill challenges for escaping.
What is your dexterity modifier? What's your dexterity score, Ash?
+1.
So 12.
Okay. So you're actually on an 18.12.
Yep.
Boy, the fact that he asked that scares me.
Don't be scared. It's okay. Okay. I have the initiatives. Ash, you do not go first.
Mhm.
I was scared.
It's okay, Simic.
Somebody give Simic a teddy bear.
I want a cat.
Aw. Aw.
Well, that is a shame.
Yeah. I'm stress eating already.
You just got here. What are you eating?
Piece of strawberry cake.
All right,
Um,
which direction? Can you ping, like, which direction the Brahma is?
It is. No, you didn't park it immediately next to the burrow. It's out past the burrow
Oh.
in that direction.
He said we were on our ping though, like our whole.
Yeah. We're
Over
Yes.
here.
I will put Aaron there so you can keep track. But the Brahma is off the map in about 110 feet away.
What time of day is it? What's the visibility like?
It is dawn.
Like
It's dim
sun is
light.
rising. Suns.
Yes, the suns are rising. There are long shadows. It's not pure darkness, but it's dim. Hey, Foundry, work.
Oh.
Please. Okay,
It just wants to build suspense.
I guess so.
It's working.
Not my typical method of just not happening. Okay. That'll do. Ash. The odd-looking cleric smiles at you. He smiles wide, almost impossibly wide, and then reveals what he actually looks like.
Oof.
He's fucking hot.
Yeah,
That's kind of an Incubus's thing.
You about to get dick down tonight.
Whoa.
Sorry.
What?
Take it easy.
Bring it in.
Sleeping. Take it easy.
As he looks at you, suddenly the mercenaries next to him seem to fade away. You just see him. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
We have
Boy.
2 inspirations between AJ and
You can only use
Simic.
one, remember? Only
That's
one per
true.
roll.
Or you can push it.
Here we go.
Or you could just roll in that 20 on first roll.
Or I can roll.
Oh,
just a
17's a really
flat
good roll.
15.
16.
Yes, Incubus.
I think he needs a reroll.
Yeah, do you want mine, class?
Nah,
You
just
can
let
have
it. Let it.
You wanna?
Oh,
He's
okay.
not gonna roll much better
Yeah,
than a
take it.
17.
He could roll a 20.
He could, but he's not going to.
Shush.
Yeah.
Manifesting.
Let the man make his choice.
Alright, go ahead.
No, worse.
Oh, you rolled again.
For an inspo roll, yeah.
Yep.
Understood.
16.
I was told to take it.
You could push it.
No, I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it 16. Then.
Suddenly, this individual looks at you and smiles. And in your head, you hear, "You don't have to be so far away. Come here. We can have a nice, polite conversation as to why we're in disguise. Keen of you to notice." You consider him friendly to you, and you obey his commands, whether they be telepathic or verbal. You can repeat the saving throw if you suffer any harm or receive a suicidal command.
So the 16 failed.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like
Okay.
a failure to me.
All right.
I was looking for an 18.
Oh, all right.
Boy, motherfucker had to roll a 19 or a 20.
A 19 or 20, yeah. And he rolled a 17. He was really close.
Well. Okay.
I forgot to actually begin. Sorry. After he gives you that command, he waits. One of the mercenaries next to him, who has basically a long, like, halberd, the Bone Devil that you can see through. The command was to approach.
Oh, okay.
The Bone Devil just sets the glaive down as if he's relaxed. The Bone Devil, what you actually see with your good investigation roll earlier, you see that its claws are lowered to the ground. They're extended, but they're not raised in a hostile manner. It is now your turn.
Okay.
What do you do, Ash?
Well, I obey the command, right? Or that's I have to do that.
Yes. You have not been given an order that was suicidal, and you have not taken damage yet.
I feel like this order is a little suicidal. Come here so I can stab you.
You didn't say
Not
that,
yet.
so let's just talk.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
Hold on. As you stand in front of him, he asks you, in your mind, all of this is telepathic. What is your name?
Ash from the fire.
What are you doing out here?
No.
He's friendly to you. You consider him an ally.
Oh,
Where are we headed?
Gorgonfell. Eventually to Port Rouleau.
He's your buddy. You gotta
I'm
tell
headed
him.
towards Gorgonfell to attack.
Oh.
Followers of the Star.
Curious. And do you know Rizban?
Who's that?
You can roll a history check here.
Okay.
I feel like that sounds familiar, but then I think of Fizzban.
It's different.
Just keep going back to that.
11.
Okay. Oh. A shame. Ash, you've used your action to follow the command. You approached.
Okay.
So that's your turn.
I get another save?
No.
It's only when you take damage or receive a suicidal command.
Oh, okay.
This isn't a simple.
commands.
This is an incubus. It's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So your perceptions of everything else that's happening around you, you have a hard time seeing them right now. Your eyes are only on this incubus. You have disadvantage to perceive anyone but him.
Okay.
At the end of your turn, the farther mercenary. What do you say this? Okay, so roll me an insight check at disadvantage.
Do they look like bone claws or mercenaries right now? You said the disguise faded?
Okay. So he beat their disguise. So this is what they actually look like.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Like, if we woke up right now and looked over at that group, we would see a priest and 2 mercenaries.
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Because unless we had the time or the idea to perceive past that illusion, but Ash
Yep.
has already seen through it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Except he's having a hard time perceiving the bone devils. That's a 7. Okay. I was gonna give you, if you rolled like at least a
11.
Oh yes. Oh, an 11. If you had rolled at least a 13, I was gonna give you a chance to save before they stung you.
Did
But
stuff.
Okay.
I mean, Simic has one last inspo
You want it?
of all of us.
Is it disadvantage?
it is a disadvantage.
No.
It's a
Okay.
+7 though. You have
Keep
a
it.
75%. Okay.
He's committed.
Here we go. The bone devil, to the incubus's like right, glances over at the incubus as if expecting something, and then it seems as though he got what he was expecting, and suddenly he lashes forward with his tail.
Okay.
What is your AC?
16.
That's a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
It'll break.
It has reach. I need you to make a con save.
He's an artificer. He's got like 47 hit points.
Oh.
Oh, goodbye.
Is this
That's
the
a
reroll? Or are you embracing your fate?
I'm embracing it. It's over.
All right.
You take 13 points of piercing damage, 17 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned for a minute.
How much total damage?
30 damage in that stab. In that moment, I need you to make a charisma save against the charm.
Okay.
Oh, and it's not even a guaranteed break of the charm?
No, he gets another
he
save.
Has to roll
There it
gotta roll 19
There
high.
it is.
The charm ends. And in the instant it does, you see everything around you for what it is. In that moment, the piercing sting from the Bone Devil lashing out from the illusion as if it's like half invisible coming out from the body of this mercenary. To you, it looks like the mercenary has raised their longbow, but actually you see the Bone Devil thrust forward with its tail. It's going to follow it up. It has multi-attack.
Yep. Can I just use a reaction to pry something here?
Absolutely.
Like,
I'm not gonna yell, but I'm gonna mentally try to reach out to Regal.
Okay.
in 100 feet.
It's not
Where
attuned to
is Regal?
anybody. It's in a bag of holding in the burrow. It's not on the same plane as you.
Oh, that is kind of a.
Yep.
We're all gonna wake up once.
If
this
you
shit
say no,
explodes
then
everywhere.
that's
You can
fine.
absolutely reach out to her. You can try. Roll me an Arcana check. I'm playing to your wheelhouse here.
Okay. I'm gonna flash a genius.
An 18.
Yep.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Flash of Genius is only when you have allies around you, isn't it? Oh, no. Sorry, I'm thinking of
Yourself.
something else. You're right. Yep. I'm
Ooh.
thinking of my thing. Yay, 18.
With an
Sorry.
18, you try and press into your own infusion of the bag of holding to reach to Regal. What do you say?
I say, it's been nice knowing you, Regal. Warn everybody I'm dead.
Okay. You hear, as you wish. The Bone Devil lashes forward with his claws.
How many hit points do you have left?
27.
Big miss.
Natural
Big
Natural
miss.
20?
There's
That's
a natural 20.
face. That's a natural 20 face. All if I've ever seen.
It's a nat 20.
Yeah.
I can't.
Have we used the other? Did we use the other one?
Yeah,
No,
it's
but-
gone. Oh.
No, the last
Keep-
inspo,
Keep the inspiration. I am.
he seems committed.
I mean, there's still another bone claw that has to go, and the succubus, incubus again, succubus.
There's no saving him.
Ash, hold on. I gotta roll damage.
07, everybody.
07.
F for Ash in the chat. You take 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I rolled badly on the damage. It gets another slash with its claw.
Okay.
Okay, dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Low roll, low roll, low roll, low roll. It's not over yet. It might be over.
That's
Felt like
11 points of slashing damage.
That's it. I'm down.
You're down.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly 0.
As you fall to the ground, it's the incubus's turn. And as you defeated the charm, you're prone, dying. The incubus looks down at you. And he says this out loud. A shame you found yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time. Good luck in whatever awaits you. And in that moment, he's in fiend form. He's going to attack you with his claws.
Mm-hmm.
Ash. Ash from the fire. At the end of your life, here, on the road to Gorgonfell. So near to your friends, but you know it would be dangerous to call them. So far from home, but proud of everything that you've accomplished. What's going through your mind? What are the last thoughts of Ash from the fire?
His thoughts go to his family. His thoughts go to his crew. And he hopes that nobody makes the same mistake he did. If in this moment, well, he's about to end it, right? Himself. I think before this devil strikes, he's just gonna mutter to himself. I'm sorry, Mom.
As you mutter that, the incubus almost gives pause as the claws move toward your throat. He doesn't say anything, he just shakes his head quietly and then finishes the job. Ash, you have perished. The deed was quiet. The fight was brief. The party is unaware. Let me go ahead and move the map.
So I gotta bring up 1 point.
His bag of holding would just.
Yep.
Everything in his bag of holding just.
Confetti.
Class, I do need to know what all was in your bag of holding.
A lot of shit.
Oh no.
Oh no! So it's gonna wake somebody up.
It depends.
Powder
Is it
bombs,
explosive?
It does
potions,
not. It
poison
lasts.
bags.
Okay, so item infusion. It takes 5 days for all of his magic items to basically disseminate.
Oh.
So it doesn't happen the instant he's perished.
It just wheezes out stuff
Okay.
for 5 days.
Particularly in the bag of holding, there was Regal, a block and tackle, cook's utensils, a cracked crystal, which was it was the brimstone, or not brimstone, the cracked crystal from the
Banasite?
Brahma. Banasite crystal.
Oh, the fragile battery.
Yep.
Okay.
A crowbar, a hammer, a piton, 10 of them, 2 poison bags.
Bing, 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 bing.
Okay.
A potion of healing, powder bomb.
Hey.
Thief souls.
Again, the bag of holding does not disseminate immediately. Ash, from your perspective, you don't know what was actually to happen after you perish. But it wasn't this. You drift aimlessly. Below you is Theris. You're high above it. Only in moments you're not. In moments you're immediately next to the Brahma where you spent all that time. In moments you're in the burrow, looking at your crew, your friends, sound asleep, peacefully, completely unaware of what happened. And then another moment later, you are out in the nest in Stonefield, in the inn, the Red Mail. Then you're in Silver's Reach, places that you don't recall vividly, but you see them now before you, here, people living their lives. And then, Ash, you're floating over your home. And it's exactly as you remember it. I'm sorry to say that Ash from the Fire is our second PC to have perished in all quiet on the Serisian front.
Oof.
Does Ash have autonomy as a soul?
Not really.
Okay.
No, you're kind of just adrift. It seems as though your memories kind of play into where your spirit goes.
Okay.
The
We're gonna find
particular
Zombo
horrific
Ash.
lot in life of the silence where souls don't have a rest.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so tragic.
This, as far as you can tell, might be your afterlife. At least for now.
All right.
Give it a couple hundred years. The gods will be back soon.
Yeah, you'll get swept up by distance eventually, but it was
Yeah.
until then.
Nothing bad'll happen until then. Okay. All right.
Pen, I'm sending you something.
Okay. Next watch.
So, without Ash around to awaken Aaron and Ricky for their watch, hold on.
So Regal didn't alert everybody?
He's in the bag.
He has to get spit out first.
Okay.
Or if one of us goes in, it gets her out of it before that.
I'm sure we're gonna get up and go look for Ash and find the zombified corpse of Ash.
We don't know how the undead curse works. Like, some people get up, some people don't. Sometimes it takes a while.
We gonna find out.
Ricky.
Sure.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Curiosity really did kill the cat.
They did.
Oof.
Okay. I need someone to
I'm
roll
sorry.
me a D100.
Dibs.
Oh, you asshole. I had chips in my mouth.
45.
Okay. Hold on.
Holding.
I need everyone to roll me perception at disadvantage.
Okay.
Except Ash.
Damn.
With the knife, why don't you?
I think that was not needed.
I thought it was needed.
Yeah.
I rolled better than
I
Astra.
just rolled a nat 1.
And a natural 19.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 9s. Get on my level.
Nah.
Too short.
Okay. None of you are awakened by what happens during the empty watch. Astra and Joe, you complete a long rest. You stir
Yeehaw.
awake. You notice Ash is not in his bedroll. Sunlight gleams through the dusty air coming into the burrow entrance. You hear the occasional from outside of meandering undead.
Mhm.
You do not see Ash.
Astra? Do you remember
he
what
woke up?
watch Ash was? No. Well, maybe he's just taking a walk. Patrol?
I think he was second watch. Which means, and then I
Wait.
looked to
And what watch was
Aaron
I
and
on?
Ricky.
They're both sound asleep.
And Zed too.
Oh, yeah.
We're the last watch.
We're the so well, maybe it's still his watch. What time can Joe's a ranger? Can she tell what time of day it is?
It's about 7 in the morning.
Oh.
Well after his watch should have concluded.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She's gonna grab part of like her pillow and huck it at Zed. Hey, get up.
Wait, he needs
Huh.
to sleep. He hasn't finished his rest.
Alright.
Oh,
It's been a whole fucking night. Wake up.
No one
And
else
she's
has
gonna kick
finished the
Ricky's
watch.
boot.
What's up?
Ash is missing.
Okay,
It's fine. Go back to bed. We'll
taking
go.
a leak or so? Did you look outside? Do I-
No, we haven't looked outside. We're overreacting.
Okay, I'm
I
going
don't
back
think
to sleep then.
his watch was supposed to be over hours ago. You're supposed to wake somebody up.
So talk to the other people. I'm still sleeping. I roll back over.
Listen,
Fine.
they need to sleep to get their magic back. They won't
Our
be
watches
useful
are
if they don't have it.
Over Astra. It's been a
No.
whole night's rest.
Oh. We're supposed to watch and then wake everyone up.
She's just gonna roll her eyes and crawl out of the burrow.
Okay. It is the
Yeah, for
early
a while.
morning. The two of you see, prone on the road, right in the middle of it, is Ash's body, with a stake driven through his neck.
You only woke
I kicked your
Zed
foot up.
well,
I
enough
was in
to
the
wake
middle
me
of
up.
saying, well, I hope it woke you up. I woke
Okay.
up Zed, and I was in the middle of kicking your foot when Astra told me to calm down.
Okay, so I'll have sat straight up and just be watching what's going on.
Yeah, it is.
Well, if you're sitting up in the burrow, you can hear like Joe's audible intake of breath, like the hard gasp.
And you just hear Asher go, "Oh, that's not good."
I'm up immediately and just running
Crawling.
to what,
You
like
gotta get out of the
in
burrow
their
first.
direction.
So
We're
yeah,
in a burrow. It's like a little hole.
you climb up out of the human-sized
Yeah.
rabbit burrow, and you see, as I've described, Ash's body prone on his back in the middle of the road, about 60 feet away. And even from here, you can tell a stake is driven through his neck.
Pick a rock up and throw it at Zed.
I'm running to Ash's body.
Yeah, Joe's coming with.
You hit me with a rock?
I sure fucking did.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, our friend is dead, so get the fuck up.
What?
And I crawl out the hole.
I fucking gather myself up and come out of the hole.
When
Oh.
Joe and Ricky reach Ash's body, she's gonna look him over, like, what the fuck happened? Can she put a scene together?
Roll survival.
Because obviously he wasn't torn apart by undead because they staked him. Does my favorite terrain count here?
Well, you're in plains.
So half proficiency, so add 3 to this. Jeez, terrible roll. 15.
Holy shit.
I
You
know, I rolled
see, you see evidence of 3 humanoid figures were walking along the road. You see them turn. You see Ash approach. And then you see a few drops of dried blood in the soil. And Ash is fallen here.
What kind of wounds does he have?
He has two, like, heavy lacerations. One, it looks like they were made by a knife. One across his chest, one across his shoulder. And you see he has what looks like a puncture wound. It could have been from, with a, with a 15 survival, it could have been like a poison arrow, because you definitely can see that there is blackened, toxified blood
Congealing.
coming out
Yeah.
of the wound. And you see that there is a stake through his neck. There is no
doesn't-
evidence of any other injuries.
This doesn't track with typical undead behavior, especially not the mindless ones, but the agents of the Star. They would have let him turn. They wouldn't have put him
Yes,
down.
they would not have staked him.
I don't understand what happened.
What the
Who did this?
Echo,
Um,
question.
Sure.
I don't remember. Ben might even have the answer because she watched it recently. I don't remember. Something happened that made me fall asleep. Do I remember
It
anything
seems
before
like a
going to
Fey
sleep?
influence. Some sort of.
That was not okay. So, if you're drawing a connection to that and to this,
No. I'm like, right now, Zed's going in his mind because he didn't remember waking up, whatchamacallit, for rest.
yeah.
I'm just trying to remember what Zed's last memory before he went to
Zed's
sleep
last
was.
memory was basically you were rehashing out what had happened during the fight, and then you suddenly felt extremely groggy and
Okay.
dozed off.
Actually, he woke up because Ash nudged him awake when Ash woke up for his watch, and he scolded Zed for falling asleep. But then Zed went back to sleep.
Okay.
He said, "Oh, whatever,"
Yeah.
and then went back to sleep. So
Oh, I
that's
did
his
not
last-
recall that, but yeah, that did happen.
His
Yeah.
last
I was
memory
gonna
is Ash
say-
saying, "I'm not going to tell anyone you fell asleep, but don't do this again."
Oof.
Yep. That sucks. Um.
Sucks. What were you going to say, Ricky?
Yeah.
I
Sorry
saw
for
you
cutting
open your
off.
mouth.
Oh no. So I was gonna say, if we're running over together, what I
We're
imagine
already there.
happens. Yeah, I've run over, dropped to my knees. I probably have his head like in my lap, and I'm trying to like smooth out his fur, right? And I'm watching Joe kind of like assess the scene, and then Joe, as you like start looking at his body, I am probably like frantically talking to you, like but it's gonna be okay, right, Joe? You can figure this out. You can make this better. You can fix this, right, Joe?
Ricky, unfortunately, he's entered my realm of expertise, which is corpses.
And then I'm gonna just like kind of like lower my forehead to Ashes, kind of cry a little bit, just softly.
There's nothing we can do about it now. He's gone.
Just look up
But,
and say he was just always so nice to me, to everyone.
Who was on watch with him? Who was on watch before him? Who was on watch after him? What the fuck happened?
As I walk up, I was watched before him. Something happened and I fell asleep, and he woke me up. He woke up, I guess, sometime maybe late for his watch. I don't know what time it was, but he woke me up and said he was up for it, and then he's not going to tell anybody that I fell asleep. But he was on watch alone. I went back to sleep. I'm gonna kind of like put my hand on Ricky's shoulder, trying to console a little bit.
He
I
was-
have no clue what happened.
He was supposed to wake Aaron and me. He never woke up. He didn't wake us up.
It happened on his watch when he was alone. He came out here. I followed his footprints out here.
Couldn't have just stayed in the fucking
Mm.
hole.
He met somebody on the road. But it wasn't undead. It wasn't someone from the Star. It wasn't one of their fools.
Telling me the fucking living did this?
I don't know. Looks like it.
Sees the stake. If there's not enough fucking dead going around. Why?
While they're talking, Astra is molding earth to make a grave for him.
No, he
Simple enough.
doesn't. Hold on, Astra. He didn't want to be buried. He told me he wanted to be burned. He doesn't want any chance of coming back. I know he's been staked already, but
Okay.
Can you turn if you've been staked, Echo? Do we know that?
Nothing's foolproof if the magic is strong enough.
Okay.
But like
he
the
didn't want any
basic
chance.
the basic curses that get thrown about, the staking prevents zombies and skeletons from rising.
Yeah.
We had that conversation. We were all sitting down, and I asked what everybody wanted to be done to them. He said he wanted to be burned.
Yeah. Can't deny his dying wish.
No, but we gotta get his personal effects off him.
Hmm.
He might have was at the very least his dog tags, or I guess in this case his cat tags.
Let's clean him up a little bit. Give him a good
Well,
send off.
Ricky, can you get him off the side of the road?
Yeah, I'll pick him up. Sorry, I
Take
guess
him
are we
back.
walking back towards the brom?
Yeah.
Back towards the hole, I should say.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back to the campsite and go over him to make sure he's ready for his departure.
Ricky, we're gonna make him look real good, at least for the afterlife. Gonna look real presentable, the best we can.
Yeah.
You wanna help me out with that?
Yeah, he deserves that and all. Yeah, just do whatever you tell me, said.
Yep. I'm gonna have her like kind of just combing the hair, makes it look nice, good pose. I'm gonna be prestidigitation in his body all over, get any blood out, just make him look good.
I'm gonna
Buff up
sift through
the
his
fur.
pockets because that's a normal thing to do.
Mhm.
It is.
See, there's something in there. I get his tags, his ID card
Mhm.
off of him.
You also find a lantern of tracking, the undead, a
I'll just pass it off to Astra.
revolver. You find a cloak that you recognize as a cloak of protection. You find the all-purpose tool that he just finished.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh, did I finish that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you did. Is
Bah.
it +2?
It's a plus one.
For your rest.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah, it was the +2. You just upgraded it.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
You find some jade that it's like a sizable chunk of jade. You don't know what that's for. You find a dagger, and you find a sling, aside from the breastplate that he's wearing. That you think if you wanted to repurpose that, it would need to be resized.
Yeah.
I-
She'll take all of that off. Obviously, she's not leaving him in his furry undies. He'll have his clothing on, his coat, his trousers, his shirt.
I'm gonna go to the bag of holding. Did
What
you
real-
have like a nice pair of clothes
So
in your bag of holding?
the instant you touch the bag of holding, you hear, "Well, there's one of you. I have terrible news."
I think we know already, Regal. Oh, now's not the time. What happened? Did he tell you? Did you see it or hear it?
I can't really hear anything in here unless I'm in contact with one of you. He said he wishes you all well and that he has perished. Was in the process of perishing.
Know what the details though? Don't hold out on me, Regal. It's not a good time for that.
I again couldn't perceive anything. It was as though he was reaching to me from very far away. All he said was that he wishes you well and that he's dead. Those were his words.
Thank you for at least relaying that to us.
He sounded very resigned.
It's not fucking pretty out there, man. Wasn't even undead. It was the living. They staked them.
Well, I will mourn his passing.
Likewise. Class, did you have any nice clothes, like a backup pair of clothes, or just the
Funeral clothes.
He would have had like a couple changes of clothes, I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep Regal in the bag of holding for now, and I'm just gonna take out whatever pairs of clothes he has, and I'll bring it out to Ricky. Let's have him look at it at least. I'll give it to Ricky, so if she wants, she can dress him up in his nice clothes.
Joe.
Yeah, I'll take the clothes and just get him looking as good as I can.
As you sort through Ash's personal effects, going through his coat, in one of the inner pockets, untouched by whatever weapons it was that injured him, you do find a folded slip of parchment.
Yep. I figured he got one of these. Most people do. She'll pull it out, look it over. Does it have an address on it? Or any sort of designation?
Class?
It would have, it would have an address in Silver's Reach. For just like, it's just a plain letter folded up, but it does have an address to send this letter to.
She doesn't want to be disrespectful and like pry into like what he's written, but she wants to skim it to see if there's any specific instructions on it for her or anyone who finds it, other than just mail it. Is that rude?
Yes, very rude. It has an address. Send it there.
She's skimming.
You can
I'm
read
gonna.
the whole letter.
If I see Joe doing that, Joe, no.
I just wanted to make sure we were following him to the letter. Literally to the letter.
That's not how that works.
You would, when you're skimming, you would see everybody's name at the bottom.
Like addressed to us.
Yep.
She gives.
We were gonna mail this.
Do you want to read the whole letter?
Well, I feel like it's more impactful if it's in Zed's Ash's voice. So Joe would start to read it out loud.
A monologue.
But class, you should read it because
it would do that overview where it kind of fades away into Ash's voice. You know, like in TV shows. It makes more sense for you to read it.
To whoever finds this letter, please send this to Silver's Reach, to the home of dust on the window and under the sky. Hey Mom, hey Dad, hey Bells. If you're receiving this letter, it's because I've passed. Hopefully to a better place than this world. I tried to make both of you proud, and I hope I've succeeded in some ways. Dad, I put into practice everything you taught me, and I know some good men and women are still living because I chose to be here on the front lines rather than stay at home like I know you would have wanted me to. I'm just sorry now that I'm not able to come back and give you the break you've silently been wanting for years. Mom, you were right. Kindness and compassion speak louder when you put forth more than just words. I tried living by those morals every day. Thank you for never giving up on me and giving me the best life you could, even after what I did. Bells, I know I didn't express this much growing up with you, but I love you, big sis. If there's an afterlife, I'll be sure to watch over you and make sure you don't mix the healing needles with paralyzing ones again. In all seriousness, watch over Mom for me. We both know Dad is too stubborn to need anything from us anyway. Like the ash that settled on me from the first breath, I become ash. I love you all. Signed, Ash from the Fire. P.S. If the crew of Razgar's Revenge decides to open and read this,
Joe just fist bumps.
Shame on you.
Aaron, you're an ace gunner. Keep it up. Astra, keep doing what you're doing, and please take care of the others. Zed, I learned a lot about leadership from you. I wish I could have been around longer to learn more. Joe, kindness and compassion speak louder when you put forth more than just words. Keep the others safe. Ricky, you're the toughest yet kindest person I've ever met. Never lose who you are.
Joe closes her mouth and shuts the letter.
Did he just make me a babysitter?
She just elbows you hard in the ribcage.
Oh,
Time and place. Shut the fuck up.
Little respect is due. He's put
Ricky
his
just
life on the
sobs a
line.
little bit.
he would
Put
have
his life-
laughed.
He's put his life on the line for us enough times for this. For him to deserve that at least.
Joe will tuck the letter in her pocket. We'll mail it as soon as we get to a place we can mail it.
Please keep that safe.
It's with mine. It's as safe as it can be.
Joe,
Just that.
Aaron?
I need you to teach me to use a fucking gun.
Does she have Ash's revolver in her hands?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what she was gonna be. Yeah, I mean, I was planning on teaching you when we had a minute. I'd have
Yeah,
a
but now
spare
he's
revolver.
called me a gunner, so I have to fucking do it.
You're not wrong.
Are you saying that you weren't gonna do it if I insisted on it?
Hell no.
Great. Well,
That's fucking great.
Joe,
well,
give her
now
the
we
gun.
both get what we don't want, which is a dead Ash and you as a gunner. So she's gonna pick up Ash's revolver from his belongings and shove it into her hands. There you go.
It immediately goes off.
Oh, jeez.
Really?
Where's the point?
Really? I rolled on that
She has
one.
no gun safety.
Oh,
I
my.
legit rolled on that one. I'm putting these bullet
Literally,
dice
Joe
away.
was literally in the
we-
process of being
we-
like, "Now don't put your finger on the trigger until," and then
Like,
Roll
when you put it in her
D100.
hands, she was unprepared. So, like, her middle finger just goes in the trigger guard immediately, and it just...
Roll
Fuck.
a D100.
Yep. She's rolling.
We gotta wrap this up as
Aaron,
quick
you're
as
fired.
possible now.
I rolled a 17.
is that good or bad?
It means nothing hurt, or at least nothing
All right,
is smart enough to
Astra.
investigate.
we straighten Ash up, put him on some dry brush. I'm assuming. You got fire?
I do.
Joe
You want
gesture.
basic or you want fancy?
We don't have time for fancy. You know.
It's the same either way. And she'll make a bonfire under the small brush to set it on fire.
I'm
I don't
gonna
have any instruments.
grab. I'm gonna grab the cloak of protection from a pile of his belongings. I'm gonna walk over to Ricky. I know he loved keeping you safe and protected. So this is one other way he could do it. I think that'll make him smile wherever he is.
I'll just kind of nod and take it from you.
Joe's gonna shove that extra healing potion in her bag,
Yeah, it's fine.
and the all-purpose tool is gonna go with the letter.
All right.
Yeah.
And then if the fire's been started, I'm gonna go through the spice pack that Ash got for me, and just maybe find some like cinnamon or just
I
a
was
little
hoping you'd say
something.
cinnamon.
Yeah, to throw on the fire just to give it like
Now he smells like Christmas.
A good smell.
A Yankee Candle.
Actually, no. If I have any curry, it's gonna be curry because I remember Ash telling me that that was a spice his family cooks with. So I'm gonna try and find any of the spices that Ash has mentioned to me from his family cooking,
Now
and
it
I'll
smells
put that
delicious.
on. Yeah, I'll put that on the fire just so he has that.
Okay. You
Can
do
I
that.
Presty the flames to be that same sand color that he was?
Aw.
Yes.
Cool.
In this moment, in this world where the gods are quiet, and afterlife is uncertain, where everything is as dark as it really can be, you find ways to respectfully say your goodbyes to Ash. It doesn't take long for the flames to cleanse the bones of Ash into exactly that, ashes. As that happens, I need a perception check from anybody.
Take it.
Anybody or everybody. I don't care which.
Terrible. I'm rolling awful. I think Joe is trying to see through like really misty tears that she's refusing to shed because she's emotionally constipated.
Astra's a rock right now. She's not even bothered.
Asha doesn't give a fuck.
She's like, all right, we ready to go, guys?
Cracking jokes at his funeral.
No, it's a hearing based perception check.
Ah.
So Astra, your sharp eyes hear something unusual. Well, it's not actually unusual. It's a sound you're very accustomed to hearing. You hear coming from the
Oh.
Brahma.
There's a call.
Zed,
I will
your
rush
radio,
over-
your
yep,
sending
I'll
box.
rush over there. Rascal's Revenge. Come in. Did that sound different when I put my hand?
You need to get yourself
You
hooked
like
up.
you like muffled it yourself, like ruff, 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 come in. Like you just. It sounded like you were mimicking the distant radio
manually
call.
did it. Yep.
So the Brahma is not. It's not quote unquote on. So when you get into the Brahma, it is cold and dark and quiet. Oh. Hold on. Class, are
As
you
that's
sure?
happening.
What?
Oh, yes, he is. Okay. Sorry. Let me fix that. As that's happening, go ahead.
Yeah, as that's happening, I look to Joe and I go, I made that joke as like a final goodbye. It wasn't meant to be disrespectful.
I don't think you were. I don't think you were. I can't say the rest of the group didn't find it maybe a little tasteless. I mean, it's called gallows goober. Like, I get it. I'm also unpleasant to be around. So, like,
At least you know.
she'll
Sorry,
just kind
sorry, that was rude. I sorry.
of just loop an arm around your shoulder to give you a squeeze. Yeah. Well, in my world, everything I say is wrong too.
Fuck.
Zed, you hear Razgar's Revenge, this is Private Darkin. You there?
Rasgar's Revenge.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
You can have an inspiration point. For going
Yeah,
and
you
getting
got
a
us to get
fucking cup.
That matters.
Love it.
Dealing with a little bit of a situation here. What's going on? Over.
Reporting the SRN Eloise is off the coast near Gully River. You have reinforcements should you require in your next engagements. What is the situation that you're dealing with, Razgar's Revenge? Over.
Yeah, we had 3 living murder ash from the fire off Physiker. Overnight watch. Just found his body staked. So, giving him a send off.
Come again. Did you say living?
They staked him. So I'm assuming it's living. We see 3 sets of footprints move in this direction from this location.
Razgar's Revenge, have you found evidence of the IRT?
Echo. IRT.
Roll a history check.
Damn it, our smart guy is dead.
12.
You don't know what that is.
IRT? What is IRT? Over.
There's a long pause. Rebels. Razgar's Revenge. The rebellion out of the impasse. Have you seen any evidence of that?
Over the table. So what do we? Just 3 sets of footprints. Normal footprints is what we got from that whole encounter.
Only one person rolled. No one rolled investigation,
It was
and the
me.
roll was a survival, and it wasn't very good.
No.
Okay.
All we know is that there were 3 people and he was staked.
All we got so far, information-wise, is three sets of footprints. Look like maybe poison arrows, and he was staked. Over.
Acknowledged, Razgar's Revenge. That's poison arrows is a new one for us. Over.
Do me a favor. If reinforcements catch these 3, make it slow and painful.
Acknowledged, though we're not sure what we're looking for. Over.
We're hitting the road shortly. We'll let you know what's going on. I think game plan is to keep moving forward with the mission.
As you
Most
say,
likely-
head to the coast where Gully River meets the Bay of Toil. We'll dinghy out some supplies and a new driver for y'all. Over.
Sounds good. On the way. Over. I write all that info down as he's telling me.
Control your spastic cursor.
It's the seizures, you know?
Fuck, who's gonna drive?
Jesus Christ.
Not Aaron.
Before we, I'm gonna drive. I have proficiency with land vehicles. Before we leave, I'm gonna go back over, and I will ask. They want any information they can get on who might have done this. We can try to get some revenge going. Anybody want to
Rasgar's
help?
Revenge.
Ashgar's revenge?
Hey, Ashgar.
Yeah. Let's
Why
go
not
see if
just
there's
call it
anything
the
else we-
Revenge?
I like it. That's why we pay you the big bucks.
You did.
Somebody come.
Sorry.
Did. Somebody come help me out. Let's look over the.
I can do more
Where?
survival, but I'm not a good investigator. Well, actually, I am. I have a +5, but my survival's better.
I have
Is
a
there...
+1. Okay, so somebody come help
Okay,
me
how about
out.
you
Let's
help
see if we can
me?
get. Yeah, we see if we can get any info.
I think
to
I
give
have the
them.
best investigation.
We gonna do it then.
Well, if there's a perception check needed, let me know.
Can I investigate the scene beyond what my cursory survival aided?
So you're rolling investigation.
Uh-huh.
Roll it with
help
advantage
from-
because Zed is helping.
Yeah. 2 8s, guys. Wow.
Boy, you suck.
Yeah.
2 13s. With a 13.
A wild animal did this.
It's above average. It's not retardation.
It doesn't miss the well-hidden things, but you do catch in the soil near the blood spatter, which is very much dried, and especially in the morning sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
There is a dollop of something that is kind of a palish green. That is not blood.
Can I sniff it?
It smells of sulfur. Sulfur
That-
and this very acrid, almost sickening smell.
that tell Joe anything? Can she put together what the source of this might be or what it is?
Yeah, Zed will kind of help out. Or roll like Arcana or Medicine or Nature or something.
A nature check from both of you to determine what you can roll next.
Not good.
I rolled okay, 15.
You know it's poison. You know it's a
Right,
lot
that
of
makes
poison.
sense.
More than would be on an arrow.
Can I scoop it into a glass vial? I'm sure I could have gotten out of.
So it's dry.
Ash kit.
It's not liquid anymore.
Oh.
It's soaked into the sand and soil of the road. But you can collect it.
Yeah. she'll
Knowing it's
bring it
poison,
in
you can
to a
then roll
container.
Arcana.
Can I have help?
Yeah. I mean, I rolled already, so no.
That-
But I had a
Oh, then I'll
plus
roll
4.
on my own. I
Yeah,
have a plus 5.
roll on your own.
10. God damn, all my rolls are hot. Pit.
I've rolled
We'll
over.
roll 2. Why not?
Go ahead.
Why not? Right?
Arcana?
Everyone pile it on. Yeah, roll Arcana.
There
You know-
go.
Wow.
Oh,
Astronaut
20.
poison.
I was gonna say I prefer the narrative of just rebels killing
Yeah.
Dash.
Nobody knows. All right.
With a 20, Astra, so for the flavor of this, for everybody rolling, like, Joe has collected this poison and is showing it to everyone, like, one at a time. Everyone's, like, sniffing it, investigating it. Ricky, it smells bad. And you've dealt with, like, some natural poisons before, because it turns out scorpions actually make pretty good cooking. This is not a natural poison. You know that. It's not like a synthetic or artificial poison, but it is definitely not the sort of venom that you get from a wild beast. It's way too acrid and volatile. With a dirty 20, Astra, this venom is fiendish. It is a devil's poison. You don't know what kind, but it is not of this plane.
I'm pretty sure that belongs to a devil.
Devil?
Devil's
There you go.
poison.
Do we know if devils are on the same side as the undead, or anything about that? If they're like just neutral in it, or if like
Are you
any-
trained? Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am.
Roll Arcana.
Oh my.
VC's not very high.
I'll let.
13. I'll roll over 10
Fiends,
soon.
fiends, devils, they kind of play by their own rules. They follow very strict contracts and they follow their own code of law very specifically. But they also are of their own motivations and they don't really play for either side. You've heard of devils being used as mercenaries, but almost always for nefarious gains. You've also heard of them being used as soldiers by not... Okay, when they have been hired as soldiers, it's not been by Ceres.
Okay.
The government has not hired fiends.
Okay. But it's not like their self is neutral. So they'll
Yeah.
do it if it acts in their benefit, but they're not particularly on a side.
Correct.
Okay. Well, it still lines up with the staking. They're not necessarily for the undead. They're not against them, though. It's whatever benefits them at the moment. That's it. That's something we can give command some
Yeah.
info on. God damn.
I pull out that lantern of undead that I have now.
Uh-huh.
Nope, you
How's
gave
that
it to me.
Okay.
I did shove it in your hands. Is it in your
You did.
inventory?
Yeah, give it back to you.
You got it.
Okay. I use it.
It's fine.
It's glowing.
Other undead within 300 feet of us.
Yes.
We should leave.
That's good.
I need to point out,
I mean, when aren't there?
every time this lantern has been activated, there has been undead within 300 feet of you.
Okay, she'll blow it out. Yeah, we should. Let's just go.
Let's get it moving. Command said, and I'll repeat everything because I don't remember the town names.
Right,
and shit.
we're meeting
Supplies, reinforcements.
supplies and a new driver.
at the delta for the Gully River, where it meets the Bay of Toil, which is basically like, you have to cross the Gully River. The Brahma needs a bridge to cross.
Yeah.
It can make it over a wooden bridge, but it needs at least a bridge. You have to basically head to your side where the river meets the ocean.
Yeah.
So, based on how far you are, that's about a day's travel. I'm going to need some encounter rolls, so please.
I didn't get a long rest, did I?
Oh, that's
You
correct.
slept the whole night.
I tried
No.
to tell you. You didn't
I
listen
still
to
don't
me.
understand. I don't. He went.
He
to
did
bed.
not-
Watches.
He did not fall asleep the instant his watch started.
Yeah.
But I will
How
say,
much?
based on how early in your watch you did pass out. Hold on.
Honestly, it's not that huge of a deal.
I mean, exhaustion point is.
Oh, yeah. Exhaustion point.
If you do
Sucks.
not complete a long rest, you get exhausted. I'll say you completed a long rest.
Okay.
Because
Right.
it happened early enough. It happened in the first 10 minutes of your watch that you just... So,
The non-existent gods are smiling on me on this day.
Ash completed the longest of rests.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You got that.
Forevermore.
You haven't completed it yet. You're still sleeping.
Aw.
Yikes. Okay. You all resume the journey north, although with a different immediate goal. You're driving, but you are proficient in land vehicles, Zed, so you don't actually have to roll anything. And Ash has the Brahma running well and smooth, so basically, you're all with you in the driver's seat. Erin is comfortably in the gunner's seat and is trying to familiarize herself with all of the lesser controls, like the electrical discharge and all of the peripheral things that the Brahma uses. And over the drive, every few moments, there's a as she is messing with the magical resistance projection within the Brahma. And she's like, I can't tell what this button's doing. The gun's not changing.
What
Whoever
happened last
knows
time
will
you
explain it to her.
pulled the bolt out of the chair?
What? I fell out? You fell out.
Yep. Let's not mess with shit you don't know.
But
That is.
I mean, she needs to know what it does to use
just
it.
ask.
All right,
What
what's
button
this do?
pressing? And I look at it. That's the magical resistance that keeps it safe in here. Try not to press it ever. Ever.
So I should leave it on then?
Yep. Never need to turn it off.
All right. Sorry.
No.
Which way's on?
Oh. Look. I will show her. While
Okay.
driving, like over my shoulder.
It has like a toggle switch that it's not labeled, but in the
Yeah.
most cases, up is on. So you just boom, and it's, and then you feel the slight nullification of the weave around you.
Before anything actually happens, I just want to make sure that Ricky attunes to the item, the Cloak of Protection. You have it on, but it's not on in your attunements. I'm looking at your character sheet because I'm a nosy
No,
bitch.
Yeah, no, I was playing around with it. I think maybe my character sheet needs to be imported again or something.
It 100%
because
needs
whether
to be
I click-
imported. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
this is one of the delightful things about Foundry. Since they've changed it, it no longer it doesn't know what magic items do. So
Yeah.
I need to know what your edited, what your improved AC is, and I will manually edit it myself.
Cool. It should be 17 if I'm doing that correctly.
I
My
believe you
dexterity is
are.
2. I have mithril armor on, and then the cloak.
Okay. Your AC is now 17.
Thank you.
It is an exhausting reality I've found right now ever since they've, they linked up with D&D Beyond, and it was supposed to be this huge, great thing. I hate it. You guys are driving forward. I need a perception check from our spotter at advantage, and a perception check from those of you who are hanging on the outside, Ricky and
Mine
Esther.
Sure, you
because
read
I'm
it.
reading, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're at disadvantage.
15, not bad.
Okay. With a 25, 17,
15.
15. I need someone to roll me a d12.
I rolled the last thing.
I think I'm going to reserve the bullet dice for when a player is in dire straits.
Yeah,
Just to
please.
fuck them even harder, right?
No, that's the one that rolls bad.
Yeah, the bullet dice typically roll terribly for me.
So
6.
6 from the 12.
Okay. With your keen perception, you see...
Actually, it's a 28 because of planes. But
Okay. You
Right,
saw it
so-
already. I mean,
if it matters,
it doesn't. You beat
well,
it.
I'm gonna tell you anyways.
Great. You beat it 20, which was the DC. Okay. I need someone to roll me 2d8, please.
Simic.
What was it? D20?
2d8.
You were close. Though.
Yeah, almost.
Brain off.
No, brain was not off. I was talking to someone.
7.
7. Okay. 140 feet off the west side of the path that you're traveling on, so inland. The coast is to your right, the east. West of you, you see dirt rising. You see 7 undead giant skeletons.
Yeah.
Boy, that could have been real bad.
We're going to avoid those.
Be fine.
Point in
That's
Hopefully-
fine.
direction.
Yeah, Joe conveys they're over there. We're gonna sneak around them, and if she has to, she will use Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. If you intend to sneak, I require a stealth roll from Ricky, Astra, and the Brahma.
All right, Pass Without a Trace.
I'm at disadvantage because I'm reading.
Why?
I mean, you're kind of just sitting there.
I'm just double checking. I don't know, man.
So, paying attention to your surroundings? Yeah, that's... You can't do that while you're reading. Sitting there and not moving? You can read.
The reason I ignore that I asked because I already have disadvantage.
Ricky has a
Sneaking.
19.
I don't
it's a
know how to
plus
roll
8.
the
It's a
stealth
plus
on
8.
it.
Okay,
Brahma.
so if you open up Razgar's Revenge in the characters, in the actors,
Why are you? Oh, Jesus.
you pull it up, and then you see that...
Attributes, features, cargo crew, effects, description, or the stuff on the left. Strength, dexterity.
Okay, so Razgar's Revenge has a +5 to stealth.
Okay,
I don't know
I'll just
why
roll
it's not...
D20.
Go ahead. I don't know why it's not...
Plus 8. It's always been a plus 8.
Natural 1.
You're the worst.
Woo!
Plus 10.
So 11. It's a natural one. It fails anyway.
No,
It's-
there's no crit fails in skill checks
Is there not?
for Echo.
I mean, I'm happy to just let Penn spout my rules. Yes, there are no critical fails on skill checks. Only in combat, if you attack or if you saving throw and they're a natural 1,
I'm
those
gonna
are critical
use that
failures.
inspiration because I feel like this might be something we want to avoid.
Also, I thought it was a plus 8.
I
It's
rolled a
always been
2.
plus 8.
Where did we get a +8?
I don't know. Clash.
did
It's always
roll
been a
a
plus
plus
8, right?
You said it was always a plus 8 for stealth.
We've always
On the
rolled with a
Brahma.
plus 8.
Am I forgetting my own ruling here?
Mm.
Maybe I'm looking at an
scrolling up.
outdated Razgar? Hold on.
Give me a second. I'm scrolling all the way up.
This is an
listened
outdated
to-
Razgar.
It's like I listened to the session today, the old one, where we're
Yeah,
sneaking
plus-
around. It was always
plus
plus 8.
18 with the last
With the
whatchamacallit.
Pass Without a Trace.
Okay,
So
hold
it's
on.
a dirty 20 for the Brahma when you rolled a 2.
Whoops.
I'm just gonna...
You're not as good at the Brahma as Ash was.
No, not at all.
Not
Hitting
even
every
close.
rock.
I've edited the Razgar's Revenge dexterity score to 26. It's not actually a 26, but for the effects of stealth, it is.
Okay.
it doesn't really have a dexterity score. It's a tank. But
Everybody really ate shit on the stealth roll. 9, 9, 2. But it's 19, 19, and 20.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
19, then.
I forgot I
You
used
do
the
get.
spell slot.
I'm gonna ask you guys. Would you prefer that I subtract 5 from the enemy's perception roll, or add 5 to your stealth rolls? It will matter. It's for how
Add-
far away they are.
Add 5, right?
Add 5.
Add
Add
5
five.
to your
Add 5.
stealth. Okay.
Unless
Definitely
anyone
add
has a better argument, but I feel
No,
like that's the
definitely
better.
add 5. Definitely
Okay.
add 5.
So it's 24, 24, and 25 for our stealth rolls.
So to answer your question, Penn scale mail as well.
Yeah, her armor is what gives her disadvantage.
Oh,
Okay. And okay, simple enough. Yeah, you dodge that encounter. The Razgar's Revenge, or just the Revenge, passes over the road silently and smoothly, and conveniently, the pass without trace seems to be annihilating the typical plume of dust that rises up behind the Razgar's Revenge while it's moving. the DPMR.
The DP, the DPMR.
The DP.
Nice.
No, not that.
We're
Not that.
sorry.
Not
Joe
that.
asks Zed to convey the herd of undead. What giants was it?
Yes.
Good
Undead
God.
giant skeletons.
Relay that to command so that the approaching force knows that it's in the area.
So while driving Zed, you have to like reach
Oh,
back.
Oh, I guess I would do it. I would do it, but I'd be half as charming.
Just
Okay, what do
give
you
'em
say?
Information. Let them know about the fiendish poison too.
Command. This is Razgar's Revenge.
Razgar's Revenge, this is Private Darkin. Come in.
We got an update on our slain driver. Over.
Acknowledged, what do you have?
Evidence of poison of a fiendish nature was left at the scene.
There's like a long pause.
Over.
Fiendish nature? Over?
We believe so. Yes, over.
It's a devil.
Acknowledged, Razgar's Revenge. Consider it recorded.
Oh, one more thing. We're just passing a group of what? 4, 5,
7.
7 undead giants in the coordinates of over.
There's no... Okay. You convey where it is.
No one knows the coordinates better. Over.
Acknowledged. That information will be passed on. Thank you. Over.
She'll look at Zed. How did I do? Was that charming? Was that charismatic?
As charismatic as it's going to get for you.
I don't know whether I should be pleased or insulted.
Just take it.
She
Take it
just
as you
goes
want.
back to the scope.
Okay. As you continue driving, the first encounter was successfully dodged. Rolling. Okay, I need a D100 from somebody else.
I got it.
Class should roll.
Oh, he's got it.
I got it.
Class
I
is
got
dead.
it.
I feel like he should be involved.
Class can roll if he
Nope.
wants.
91.
Ooh,
You
big
can roll the next one, Class.
I had already rolled it when you were saying that.
Okay, hold on. Can I get a D6, please?
Yeah, class. Do something. Do it.
This will be the last time we ever see Ash's dice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sad.
You're a better man than me, class. I would not have written that letter because I would have thought I was making it out of there. I wouldn't even have had a backup character or nothing. I'll be like,
He was
I
ready.
got this.
Echo told him to make one.
I was...
No.
No,
I don't think.
I thought he
don't-
did.
I said to make
Echo
sure
Echo
he had
told him
one.
to have a backup character. He didn't say
That's
write
the-
a
well,
letter.
Oh no, I meant the character, not the letter.
The
Oh,
letter was a good.
He said
touch.
make sure you have a backup character.
I
Okay.
knew that there was specific stuff addressed to us, which is why Joe opened it. She's not normally that much of a bitch.
I don't know about that.
Excuse you.
That's out of character. Joe can't be mad.
Zed, as you're driving forward, you notice through the little driver's viewport, you have entered a circle. And the instant you do, the Brahma
Oh,
goes completely silent.
Oh shit.
fuck.
Our magical resistance thing, everything done.
Everything's done. The
The
Brahma's not moving.
We are in some fucking trouble.
How do we move a bajillion pound piece of shit out of an anti-magic circle?
I don't know, but this is probably a trap.
Before we
gonna-
get any further, did Astra get more time in her book or not?
You've gotten
Listen,
another
there-
4 hours.
Okay, thank you. This book, listen, there's a very tight schedule that I have to make sure this
Yeah,
gets
okay.
finished, okay?
Joe is looking through the scope for any perceived threat.
Roll perception.
At
You
advantage.
said there was a circle
Yes.
we rolled up into?
So, it's... Okay, so, Astra, roll perception.
Okay,
26.
I put the book away at this point.
With a 26, you don't see
No.
any... Like, you see some wandering undead in the distance, but you don't see any evidence of anyone, like, watching you,
Lurking.
or you're kind of out... Okay, so this road, it's very much like the splash image. It's just open plains. If someone was out here, either they're, like, extremely well hidden or invisible, or you would see them. You have a very clear view with the scope right now.
The Mr. Magic Man. What the fuck's going on?
I don't know. It's cut off all magic though, and I do not fucking like that. We need eyes on something. Do a
I
full
don't
360.
see something. There's nothing. I'm looking. There's nothing.
Astra, you see on the ground, the Brahma has just entered what looks like a ring of burnt soil. It looks like there was a fire here of some kind. Maybe something even exploded in the middle of the circle. It's hard to tell why, but the circle is almost like a perfect circle. Not quite. On the far side of it, you see there are some irregularities in the edge, but the side that you guys entered on is perfectly round.
Did I, like, disturb the burnt soil and see if it fixes anything?
How?
Like,
Fix
just
it.
mold earth a patch out and move
You
it away?
try to cast Mold Earth and nothing happens.
Okay, I stick my dagger into the ground and break it apart.
The top layer of soil is clearly burnt, but underneath it you see is basically rock and sand and unburnt soil. Nothing happens.
I'm turning this thing over. I'm getting no response from anything on here. Any switches?
Do you even hear
So,
the
There's no
engine?
No turnover.
nothing. In fact, Astra, you see that the Banasite batteries that power the Brahma are dim.
All right. Regardless of what this is, if somebody's watching us, we got to get out and reposition.
There's no one out there watching
We're
us.
sitting ducks. There's no way. I don't care if that's the case. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we literally just
Ricky,
sprang a trap.
you're outside, Ricky. Roll perception.
I got
There's a good roll.
a really good roll.
Okay. You're looking out in all directions as you hear Zed kind of manically saying we're in a trap. You really don't see anything or anyone. Nothing. There's no movement. You see some crows flying like maybe 200 feet away, and they're crossing like perpendicular to where you are, and that's the only movement you see. And then suddenly all of you hear as Aaron is manually turning the wheel, and the entire turret's just like it's a horrible, not
Ugh.
greased enough metal on metal sound, and it's just from inside you just hear as the turret is turning without power. And Aaron stops and she says, "That didn't sound good. Everything all right?"
Nope.
I
nope.
don't know.
We got no power to any of this. And there's no cover anywhere, like no tree lines or.
It
There's
really
nowhere to
is like
hide.
the splash art. You're out in open
I rolled
flatland.
almost as good as I could on perception. Joe is positive she doesn't see anything.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get out.
I'll come with.
Yeah, come on. Let's see what the fuck this is. I don't like this.
Can I inspect
7 Gloomstalkers. No. Nothing happens.
Can I inspect the burnt circle for anything
Yeah,
more
let me-
telling than just kaboom boom? Like,
Roll investigation.
can someone help?
Boom boom.
I was gonna come out and do it. Yeah, so
All right.
I'll help you.
Oh my god, a 2 and a 4. That's bad.
Boy,
guys.
that ain't gonna help. Nah.
That's
Yep.
not enough. I can't make this. It's burnt. It's just burnt ground.
Let me
This
have a
is-
look. Can I investigate?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing stuff.
Way better than me.
With a 19, Astra, you're just rolling high. Astra, as you're looking at the soil, and there's a moment of quiet as everyone's looking around, you suddenly become aware of like a humming noise.
Where's it coming from?
Somewhere ahead of the Brahma, like it seems like it's maybe the middle of the circle.
Oh, hear that? There's a humming noise.
Joe gets out of the circle.
Okay.
I go up in front of the Brahma and look around.
The humming noise is a little louder. It's really subtle. Like you really have to be listening for it.
Does it sound like it's in the dirt?
Let's
Yeah, it
dig
sounds
out.
like it's coming from below you.
Start digging.
Moldar.
Uh,
It
You
doesn't work
can't-
in the circle.
You can't mold it.
Yeah, we gotta dig.
We're normal people now. Ricky, you're
uh,
strong. Please dig.
Okay, so part of your basic supplies in the Brahma is a shovel.
Mhm.
Unless you just want to, doggy dig it and use your hands. I don't care.
If we
We'll
have a
have
fucking
one.
shovel.
Sure,
We'll
can you
have one
wild
person
shape?
shovel.
Secret
I mean,
shovel.
Don't waste your magic right now. If anything.
Well, she's
Let's-
not
let's
wasting
do-
it. It's not being used.
Okay. Let's just start
We
digging.
could stop the
I'll
fucking
grab this. Aaron, throw the shovel.
Brahma.
All right. And from outside the hatch, just plang, and the shovel like spins out as it hit the edge of the hatch and flies toward you.
I'll grab the shovel and start digging.
For what's worth, Joe is like 10 feet away from the edge of the circle, the outside.
Okay.
Of it.
The circle is 30 feet in radius.
Yeah, it looks
In
like
radius? Oh,
Yes.
looks like an
It's a huge
explosion
circle.
spot. She's not standing in it.
Okay, so as you're digging, roll me an investigation check, Zed, and this roll is going to determine how long it takes you to find it.
I gave advantage. Since
Can I?
Yeah, you can give advantage
please
with help.
roll over a fucking 10 today.
I have faith in you.
got advantage.
Okay, nice. 19.
Nice.
Okay. As you're walking around listening, shoving the shovel in to see if you're stirring anything up, and in the black soil, almost completely blending into it, in the middle, the dead center of the circle, you see there is it looks like a splotch of maybe obsidian, and you try and shift it with the shovel, and the blade of the shovel is gone.
Oh.
So glad you didn't use your hands.
Yeah.
I dropped my dagger.
There is a perfect round, it looks like a bite mark, or just a cut.
Astra just dropped her dagger on it.
Oh, it's gone.
Ah!
Oh.
The dagger just.
Okay. Well, I found the source, and I'll point it out.
Source of
You
what?
use something you can't touch.
It is very much when you're right over it. You hear. It's not loud, but it is. You hear the humming clearly.
Does anyone know what that is?
Boy,
Yeah, I mean,
Arcana.
is this even something I can roll?
Roll Arcana.
name?
Anybody who wants to. Who?
Yeah, back to it.
Finally, yeah, I
back
wrote
to
a
it.
book on this once when I was in high school.
Are you standing 20, 30, 40 feet away?
I would have approached.
Okay. You seemed adamant you weren't coming in the circle.
So, what you spot, what you are aware of, you are seeing in the ground is a sphere of annihilation, a small one.
Like we saw in the sewers.
No,
No, okay.
this is
What have
not
we
that at
seen
all.
that-
I
What
know.
did we- oh. What? So does I rolled fairly well. Do I like does the anti magic like correspond with the sphere of annihilation at all?
Yes. Typically spheres of annihilation, when they are stable, with your 25 in Arcana, you know this for some reason. Spheres of annihilation, are, when they're stable, are controllable by a mage. They can use their willpower to move them around, and they don't really have an effect on magic. But when a sphere of annihilation becomes unstable, they also begin to tear apart the weave, and they create spheres of dead magic.
What are you supposed to do about an unstable sphere? Any idea?
With a 25 in Arcana, they can be moved still by willpower if a mage knows where they are and can wrest control of the sphere basically by brute force with the
Joe
power of the mind.
That you can move it if you try hard enough. And then she moves back again outside of the
want
sphere.
me to move that?
With your willpower, you gotta be like, I want you to move.
That's what you want me to do. I could do that. Yeah, sure.
Astra could do it if you're not confident, but me and Ricky can't do shit about it.
Yeah, I
Sure.
think you better listen to her, Zed.
I'm
Just like
the
she
expert.
said it. Yeah.
You also know that Astra could probably move it as well.
That's
Fuck
if
no.
you're not confident in your magical prowess, Astra can move it.
Over the table, the problem is I know what a sphere of annihilation is.
Yeah, same.
So
What?
move
I-
it.
Yeah,
What's wrong with
yeah.
your intelligence score? You know, I'm sure it's fine.
And isn't it like a fucking 25 or 30 DC to move it?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Well,
let
maybe
me.
don't use your over the table
I will
knowledge
recommend
on
Yeah,
this
no,
situation.
that-
I'm not gonna.
that you trust me to not put you in a literal impossible situation.
yeah.
Okay. Alright. Let's do this at least.
Joe will
Everybody
go.
get out.
Let's
everybody
go,
get out of this
Zed. Let's go.
I don't need that right now. I need to
Okay.
concentrate.
I think
Everybody
he needs
out of the
that. No,
circle.
do it again.
Let's
He
go.
needs that.
Let's go, Zed. Let's go.
I'll wait till you
Aaron
guys are-
claps.
Everybody get out of the circle in case this thing fucking blows up.
Yeah, Joe was out of the circle as soon as she knew what it was.
Everybody.
Astra's gonna stay there with you just in case that you need help.
You know, also within a natural 20 for a 25, the only safe way to transport a sphere of annihilation is either within an interdimensional pocket, like a bag of holding or a dimension or a portable hole, or by to literally move it along with yourself by the power of your mind. So, the explosion, you're pretty clear that an explosion happened here. Maybe that has to do with why there's a sphere of annihilation in the middle of the road.
Yep. It's all 1 + 1 is 2. Alright. Just let me try to concentrate on this. So before I try anything, I know it's been a long time, Echo. I don't know if you remember anything from my backstory. I'm gonna sit and right now, with everything that's been going on, it's extremely chaotic internally, and I'm gonna try to reach out to the voice that helped me out in the past, and I'm just kind of gonna do like my form of a little prayer, just saying, all I can feel right now is certainty and chaos. I just need some kind of balance, some kind of peace, so I can try to get my friends on the road safe again. I'm just gonna really focus in on that thing that's helped me out in the past.
Roll me a charisma check with proficiency.
So it's gonna be a persuasion. Thank you for something decent. 22.
You hear you hear a feminine voice, one that is familiar to you. In all the moments for you not to believe in yourself, why now? Bring the confidence forward. Show it who's boss. It's just a ball that destroys everything it touches.
Visibly chuckles a little bit. You're right.
I know.
I got this. I got this. And I will attempt to will the fucking thing.
Okay. Roll me a charisma check.
Just straight charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not good. I can fortune in the many it. 15.
With a 15, you watch. What direction are you trying to move the sphere in?
East, off the road, to the right.
Okay, so all of you watch as the sphere of annihilation suddenly just moves 5 feet eastwards and cuts like a 6-inch gouge in the road. Because it is currently submerged in the road.
Oh, I should have probably lifted it up.
Maybe a little.
Okay.
But there is basically now a speed bump in the middle of the road.
Okay.
A 5-foot wide one.
I'm gonna shake it off. I got this.
As that happens, I need you to make a charisma save.
25.
You're good.
Damn.
Don't worry about it.
There you go.
Okay. Shake this off. I kind of go inwards with myself. I'm gonna just do this for flavor. I'm gonna gift of alacrity myself because I haven't yet today.
Okay.
And
Be real fast.
that doubt in my mind, that chaos, the everything kind of speeds up a little bit, and I get a little boost of confidence, and I'm gonna do it again.
There he is.
Mm.
Okay, roll me another charisma check.
21.
21. Which way do you move the sphere now?
Up over the ground, and then I'm just gonna continue that way eastward.
Okay, it moves
Like
15 feet this time. So you move it up like a foot, and all of you see, it's the size of a plum. It's a really small sphere of annihilation. By your memory, they're normally like the size of a basketball, and this one is very small. And it just drifts over the ground, like the most dangerous black plum you've ever seen, until it is about 5 feet off the road, and it's just floating there.
All right. How far is this from the Brahma?
The Brahma is so just within the circle. So now that you've moved it to the side, the Brahma suddenly all of the energy seems to return to the batteries, and it's almost as if the Brahma just rises up a little bit as it glides itself up off the soil.
I'm not tempting fate anymore. Let's get the fuck out of here.
You're just gonna leave it above
We're
ground?
giving a wide berth. Yeah, I don't.
Put it back
What
in
do
the
you
ground.
What do you want me to do? It's
Put it
there.
put it back in the
I'm not
ground. So
fucking
no one.
risking. I'm not pushing my luck again. They
I
can at
attempt
least
to
see it.
push
this
it
time.
as far into the ground as possible.
Thank you.
Cool. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you relinquish control, Zed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Roll me a wisdom check, Astra.
Wisdom.
When you finish that
So
book.
your game plan is to make
I'm
it
gonna
harder for any other
reroll.
Brahma that's coming. Coming.
It's
down
off the road.
With a
Still gonna
10.
stop him.
This-
Reroll with inspo. Reroll with inspo.
Okay.
So what is it gonna hurt you if you fail?
Probably.
Yeah.
Fuck!
With a
Not bad.
with a 15, it suddenly you just hear soil just as it burrows itself about 3 feet under the surface of the earth. Roll me a wisdom save.
Nice.
You're good.
Joe is gonna throw some brush over the hole it made when it went down.
So
Realize
it doesn't
nobody.
like the soil's pretty solid. So like yeah, it basically just covers it up.
Yeah, she's just there. We go. Done.
You realize that any other Brahma that comes across this road is never finding that now.
I'll put a sign.
Please do. Spear of Annihilation, 10 feet down. Good
3
luck.
3
It's
feet.
not 10.
3
It's
feet.
barely
Ah, okay.
down.
Yeah.
Being so sassy.
I will
if it's
also
up,
remind
and then
you-
an undead wanders by and they might take control of it themselves.
I will remind you, any Brahma approaching the sphere of annihilation will have the same problem you had.
Yeah. and they'll figure it out.
Did I just like put it way up in the air instead?
You can do whatever you
An
want if you want to
undead-
try.
If like a follower of the star finds that, they can use it for their own shithead purposes.
What else do you want to do with it?
I'm
Joe.
content with leaving it right here.
Can we make it normal again?
Make what normal again?
Joe, what else
Sphere.
do you know about this? Any way to get rid of it? Any way to fucking destroy it?
DM.
With a natural 20 for a 25, a sphere of annihilation is... So the only way that's really known to get rid of a sphere of annihilation is divine power. But you can remove them from this plane very easily.
We could put it in ashes, unstable.
It'll be our problem
what
in
are they
4
called?
days.
You can put it in a bag of holding and then put that bag of holding in another bag of holding, which will eject the sphere of annihilation into the astral sea. Those
We
are
have one bag of holding.
the solutions that you have.
No, we can't really get rid of it with our means.
Okay.
So she looked at where she covered it over with a bunch of brush, and then she's just gonna draw in the dirt, frowny face right next to it.
That'll
That
tell 'em.
way, well, it'll give them something. I don't want to put like
We
orb
could
of
just-
destruction here. So like, if a Brahma comes by and they're having trouble, they can like, oh, that's something.
Why don't
but,
we just
like,
phone
all
it
over the-
in?
I was gonna say the same thing.
God damn it, you're right. We could just phone it in.
I gotcha.
Keep it my frowny
I'm
face.
going back to my fucking book. And
I'm gonna go on the
Breathe.
map, and I'm gonna just try to coordinate exactly where we are down to like a mile marker or whatever they might have.
Sure.
And I'll get
Roll
those
survival.
coordinates.
That's
Okay.
Joe.
Joe, you want to help me out with this?
Yeah, sure.
I don't even know what road we're on, if I'm being honest here.
Oh, I rolled really bad. 14.
Still good.
Oh, +3 for my proficiency, so 17.
That's good.
This road is called the Gorgon Mile.
The working. Mile
Um,
marker, what? 75.
Yeah, like 23 or something like that. With a 14 in survival, you figure out where it is specifically on the map. It just takes you a minute to figure it out. And you can report it in to the SRA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We don't have to RP that out. You just tell them.
Have the
And
cup in hand, though.
you
did have a gun in it.
you can absolutely
No, no,
roleplay
no,
it
it's
if you
okay,
want.
I
okay,
think he's
it's okay.
probably good skipping. I just thought it was funny. He was ready.
Yeah, I was ready.
Anyway, we will continue forward. Towards the end of the day, you realize, Mr. Driver, you are approaching the Gully River. So you know you need to head to the Delta. You've successfully dodged the dangerous encounter and successfully handled the puzzle. So you make your way down towards the delta, and you have enough time that it is dusk when you arrive. And you see off on the horizon a huge 3-masted galleon waiting.
So, river, us, galleon. Do we have to cross this river?
No. Well, you will eventually.
Okay.
But at the
So
moment,
go.
you're like on the beach looking
Yeah.
out at a huge ship in the middle of the bay.
We'll head back to the road after we pick up supplies and our new driver, and then cross the bridge. But there's
Okay.
no bridge here to cross.
Correct.
Would
It
be
looks like there
easier if
was,
there
but
a
it's
bridge?
um
Or is that
I was
not-
literally about to say it looks like there was a bridge, but the river is traveling much too quick for a bridge to stay here. You do not think you could build a bridge here that the Brahma would not destroy from the
Okay.
fast waters
Fall.
passing underneath it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Are we supposed to set off a flare or what? How are we supposed to let him know we're
I-
here? I guess we could radio it in.
I, the player, don't remember what we were supposed to do.
They didn't tell you, but one would normally assume that using the sounding box is the best way to do anything.
Get that cup.
Command. We've arrived at the rendezvous point. Over.
Acknowledge Resgar's revenge, though I assume that's you despite the lack of your call sign. I will send out the dinghy. Over.
RR. Copy. Over.
Those of you who with sharp eyes are using the spotter scope will see a number of individuals lowering basically a rowboat into the water. You see the rowboat has a couple people on it, and they are lowering a crate onto it, and then it is being sent
And
your
in that
way.
crate is our driver.
In that crate is a driver, maybe.
Ricky, you ever been to a beach?
I don't think Ricky heard you.
Ricky, you ever been to
Surprise!
a
My
beach?
character's a mimic.
Me, yeah. Ricky's from like a port town.
Okay.
She's from
Oh,
Port
that's right.
from Port Refuge.
Port Refuge. So yes, Ricky is not impressed by the ocean.
I mean,
Or is, I don't know. I don't know your life. Maybe
Yeah,
he's
don't
really
judge.
impressed by the ocean.
it takes
My
a minute.
background, I think, is marine. So
Spend
I was
most
a
of her time in
marine
the water.
mammal.
You see, as this rowboat is being pushed towards you, you see that the man rowing is like this older gentleman. He's got black hair and very, very tan skin. It looks like he spent his entire life out on the sea. He looks almost Tridonian at a glance, which for some of you is a little bit dangerous because a lot of Tridonians are raiders right now. And then next to him, as the rowboat pulls in, the individual who's rowing the boat just says, "Oh there! I hear you all require some parts!
Mm.
And a fella!
Yep.
People. Yep. That's the one.
Well, I got the parts here, but just this weird lad. No fellas about." As the
Gives a
rowboat.
fake laugh. It's like a obvious, like, huh? Okay, come on, buddy. We had a rough day.
As the rowboat sails up, class, who do they see?
Who are you?
You see a very opposite of the guy that just what the heck is going on? Very opposite the guy that is just called out. You see a white-haired individual with very pale skin, and he steps out, and you notice that he is pretty built, like he's jacked, like he's got some muscle. It looks like he can move a little bit, and he's wearing some half plate. But the weird thing about his skin is that you see these like blue streaks or like stretch marks kind of, and kind of mixed in with his hair and surrounding his forehead, going all the way around his head. You see bits of metal show through the skin. But he steps out and he's like carrying all his gear with him, and he even like turns to the guy who shot it out. Need help with that crate?
Oh, that'd be great if you don't mind.
Sure.
As the
I'll get it.
boat like beaches itself, the sailor assists this strange pale man in lifting.
What race is like most readily apparent? Like, what would we assume this person is?
Frightened?
No, well,
Do you
okay.
have character art?
I
That would
have.
help.
It's in the
On the screen.
Oh, well, fuck you too.
like. I was like, use your eyes.
Full white
I
eyes,
didn't
or is
know.
there like a band say blue eyes, maybe?
Why
think
so
he thinks you're-
specific?
Oh,
I
like
think he
his
thinks
eyes
he's
are,
a forge.
Yeah,
His
you
eyes-
Forge
said
don't
metal
exist
in
yet.
his-
They're not
Oh,
invented yet.
Uh, if you have good perception, you probably see his eyes are like milky white, kind of like no irises.
Joe is probably thinking they sent us a fucking blind guy. Great. Awesome. New driver.
And he would have like a pair of goggles, kind of like wrapped or at the top of his head, kind of like put up a little bit. You recognize him as Goggles of Night.
Does anyone
kinda
have
like
any
Ricky's.
idea what
As a
race
what?
this guy
Yeah,
is? Just
roll
visually?
roll a nature check.
Yum, 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 yum.
Not a medicine.
No.
I rolled terrible. I think this guy is just a blind albino
A 12.
man. A
This
f-
is-
a
okay,
s-
what the hell, you guys?
None of us. None of
None
us.
of
have
us
it.
is
Zed.
smart.
buddy,
Zed?
I'm happy I rolled over a 10.
Zed, this is a changeling.
Okay. Oh,
Ricky, this is a changeling. Everyone else, albino human?
Oh, and he does have like in a big sheath on his back a big old greatsword.
Oh, dang it.
Who gave this blind man a sword?
it's not blonde, Joe. He's a changeling.
He's supposed to be smart to drive and fix shit.
What?
Isn't that what we were getting here?
Hmm.
Yeah. I hope.
What, you don't believe in my driving? I got Tinker's tools.
So why did we come get a driver if we didn't need a driver, Mr.
I'll
Driver?
take any fucking help we can get at this point.
No, we need a driver.
We do need a driver.
We need a fucking gunner too, huh?
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
we had a gunner. I thought she was the gunner.
I am now.
I was
It's
joking.
nice to
It
meet
was
you.
I was
Calls
about-
out while everyone bickers.
He takes he helps with the crate off.
Yeah, so really what happens is the sailor goes to lift the crate off and you just pick it up.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, all right.
Go back to
And I bring the crate over with all my gear, kind of like sitting on top of the crate.
The crate is full of spare parts for the Brahma. It also has a few extra shells of unique variety.
Ooh,
Ooh.
keep track of that gunner.
Hello, crew of I think they said Razgar's Revenge.
Revenge is good enough.
We changing?
My
It's
name
not like it's
is
changed.
I'm Renarin Tissot. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I call you Ren because that's
Yeah.
a mouthful.
Welcome, Ren, to Razgar's Revenge.
At least ask him. Just don't do it.
Been a fucking
Ren,
rough day,
Rain.
okay?
It
Rain.
doesn't. Yeah.
Soldier. Glad to have you aboard. What's your skill set?
I can take a
Well-
guess.
Big fucking sword.
I do have a big fucking sword. Yep. But I know a little bit about the Brahma. I was taught, picked up a few things. I can drive it certainly, and I can fix it certainly. That's no problem.
They said you're a changeling. Is that right?
Yeah.
Does that mean you can change stuff about you?
Squints at
if
Aaron.
If I choose to.
I'll remember that.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Going on there. 16.
Biggest dickers?
She's trying to flirt with Renarin.
She's gonna just step on Aaron's foot.
You can try.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
What do I roll?
This will be a contested acrobatics.
You're good at those, aren't
You have to beat an 18.
22.
Yep, you step on her foot.
I'm Joe Whitlow. Ren,
Move your foot.
what was the did she shoot?
She shot at the ground next to your foot.
Are you gonna lose your
Jesus fucking
I
Christ!
take the gun from Aaron.
privileges?
Uh-uh.
Kidding me?
Aaron, give me the gun.
Nope.
I'm
a gunner now.
second soldier.
This is my fucking pistol.
Aaron.
Aaron
He's
darts
the
away.
leader of our crew. Oh shit.
Besides
so sorry.
everything else that's going on, if you fire that pistol and it draws unwanted attention, you put our lives
She
at
rolled a
risk.
12. From behind the Brahma, underneath it you hear, "All right, fine."
So
Brahma.
once you get properly trained and understand the significance of it, we'll give it to you back and
Nope.
fucking gladly blast.
It's mine. From the
Uh,
other
Fine,
side of the
again,
Brahma,
and
you
can
hear,
keep it.
We
Good.
can play this game, Aaron.
Ren, that's Aaron, our gunner, as you can clearly see.
All right.
play this game. The one fucker who stood up for me when y'all were first freaking out, this was his. And now it's mine. Deal with it.
It's yours. Just don't fucking fire it in the vicinity of your allies and companions.
Then don't
Aaron,
step on my fucking foot.
If you put
Don't
our
be weird to
squad
new
at-
people.
everybody shut the fuck up. It's not the fucking day for this. Aaron, if you put the squad at risk and our lives in jeopardy, that's not something I can forgive. We just lost a man today, this morning. You want to lose the rest of us?
No. Well,
The
some of you.
fucking pistol. But please do not shoot it unless you are given an order to shoot it.
Or you'll have
Even
to-
Joe needs to handle some restraint when we're in combat or out in the open. We do not want unwanted
Joe's
attention.
like, what?
So, Ren, I apologize. We've had a fucking hell of a day today. We lost someone real close to us, and we're just trying to get through this and complete our mission. So bear with me if it's a little chaotic and hectic.
That's all right. I was told that you lost a member. I hope to fill their shoes as best as possible.
You would rip right out of those shoes. He had little kitty feet.
He didn't wear
Oh.
boots.
Well,
She means kitty as in cat, not kitty as in child.
Oh. Yeah, he was a tabaxi. This is Astra. That's Zed, the one who has the brain cell amongst us, and that is Ricky.
nice to meet you all. And he's just like holding this crate the whole time, like.
Come on, let's get that offloaded.
Oh, yeah.
Ash
He
is
realizes
trying
it's
to
awkward
read a
and
book.
runs over to help.
I'm assuming
Thanks,
they debriefed you on our mission.
The basics. Get to Gorgonfell.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And take it. Hopefully.
hopefully. All right. Sounds good enough.
That's what the Eloise is out there for, right? To blow it all up when we get close?
That's our backup.
What?
Yes, I believe so. All right. Thanks. Ricky, it was, yeah?
I'll nod at
Right.
you. Did you hand me the crate entirely, or are we carrying it together?
Oh, carrying it together.
Okay, so as we're
It's
carrying
probably
it together,
really easy for both of you.
we're carrying it together. I'm gonna lean over. I'm gonna be like, "Look, you're gonna have to be a really, really good driver because our last driver was the best."
Oh.
Oh,
Well, I'll, like I said, I'll try to fill the shoes as as best as possible.
Well, you can just aim for second best, and that'll be perfect.
Second best it is. I'm good at that.
Okay.
While they're like unloading the crate, getting all the supplies in the position they need to, small talk is happening. Joe is going to sleight of hand add to the outside of the Razgar's Revenge. Where it says Razgar's Revenge, she's gonna add Ash under Razgar. The next name on the Revenge. But she doesn't want anyone to notice that she's doing that.
Roll sleight of hand.
18. I
All
think
right.
Astra could probably catch it, but I don't think anybody else has a high enough wisdom.
Astro,
Well,
what's your
my
passive
is
perception?
18.
You see it happen. It's close, but you catch it right at the end as she finishes the H.
She just winks at
He puts the stuff away. Goes to help.
you.
Joe,
Yeah?
I need ammo.
Do you?
Yeah, I've
How
wasted
close
2
was that?
shots.
How close was that to my foot when she shot it?
It wasn't that close. It was like a foot and a half, 2 feet.
I'm giving you a bullet. And
I'm
for
down
life or
2.
death. Yeah, I know. I'm giving you a bullet. For when you need it. And then we're going to have some training. All right?
All right.
She hands her a bullet.
She very awkwardly opens she makes the break open on the
Joe
revolver.
takes the tip of the gun with her 2 fingers and points it to the ground so it's not firing. Like, it's not up. And she moves her finger off the trigger.
Okay. Sure. And she basically puts the wax cartridge that you've given her. And it's very awkward as she's like holding the cylinder with her entire hand, and like plugs it in, and she says, "Oh, these fucking things." And she closes it and puts it away. Were you discreet about where you pulled the ammunition from?
No,
I'm
you
gonna
were
roll.
not.
I'm gonna roll a basic wisdom to see if she would even think about Aaron being shifty.
The thief that you
Yes.
collected. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say like DC 12 to think maybe I need to be careful about her snagging some ammo. I did okay. So she was trying to be discreet about where she was pulling it from on her person.
Roll sleight of hand.
Okay.
Well, you about to get fucking
I
robbed.
rolled a goddamn 2.
Yeah, you
All right.
got fucking
Eight.
robbed.
Noted.
You better not. If she takes any of my special ammunition, I'm gonna murder her myself.
Okay.
She's gonna be the next corpse. She's gonna be the next name under the Razgar's Revenge.
You getting robbed, motherfucker.
So
Give
if
her
you
what's worth. I didn't give her a +1 shot. I didn't give her any of my fire ammunition. She got a regular ass bullet.
That's fine. She puts it away. Thanks. And then she scampers off up to the gunner's seat.
Mhm.
Oh, how much time have I got on this book for the rest of the day?
Another 2 hours so far.
14. You just
Are we
hear
setting up
Astra,
camp here?
You just hear her go, "Ah!" and she slams her head on the fucking Razgar.
You chose to do this.
It's
Is it-
so
is it nighttime already?
thick.
No.
It's dusk at this point.
Do we have time frame of when we're supposed to be going there? Like, do we have time to camp
Are we
the night
making
here, or
good
are we
time?
supposed to push forward?
You're going a little bit slow, but you are also going in general faster than the army is behind you. So you're not falling behind.
Okay. Because, and this is my kind of thought. I don't know if theoretically there was a way to make a bridge over this river. Would it
Good
save
idea.
us enough time to where it would be advantageous for me to even think about doing this? Like, are we gonna have to go completely out of our way to get to the point so we can actually cross?
It would. Okay, so if you could figure out a way to make a bridge across here that would support the Brahma, that you could make that bridge faster than like.
I have a fabricate spell scroll.
Okay. You could certainly try. It would be a spellcasting check using Fabricate to see if it can withstand both the river and the weight of the Brahma.
What I was thinking is like if there was a spot that had some big boulders or stone by it or anything, like instead of doing a wooden bridge, would a stone bridge probably be more beneficial? Let me read fabricate again.
So we can spend the night here.
If you'd
Yeah.
like.
Ricky, can you please make something to eat?
You can fabricate a large or small.
Okay,
How far
yeah,
across?
I'll like immediately start cooking.
Can
Sorry.
you
How
make
far
something that Ash
across-
liked?
Oh, of
is the
course.
river?
One moment.
Because I might not even be able to do it with fabricate.
Let's see. The narrowest part here is about about 40
That-
feet.
Yeah, okay, we can't even do it then. I can do 8 a 5-foot cube block, so it would only be able to be 20 foot to be able to get it across. Okay.
8 times 5?
Eight
Eight
5-foot cubes is
connected
40 feet.
5-foot cubes. But then it would only be 5 foot wide. Wouldn't I need
You're
10
right.
foot
You're
wide
right.
for
You're
across?
right.
Yeah,
How much does the Razgar weigh?
a lot.
Bajillion.
A fuck
I
ton.
need an actual number.
A
Right.
fuck ton.
Can I make a suggestion for tonight, maybe?
Ton and a half.
It is about a ton
Damn.
and a half.
Yeah. What do you got, Ren?
Oh, it seems you've all had a pretty rough day. I'm sure the captain could be persuaded to bring you all aboard and you'll have a safe...
The robot's already gone.
Oh, never mind. It's
he
fine.
looks back. Oh.
Well,
No,
It's a nice thought, but
we can't leave our Brahma behind regardless.
when in Ceres.
I have to ask, Echo, over the table, what is the carry weight of a young black dragon?
Not a ton and a half.
Well,
Um,
it could be, depending on how
Hold
Echo
on.
rules it. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn us into a dragon and make us carry it over, aren't you?
I'll fucking carry it over.
I mean, you have a young black
But
dragon has a
it-
19 strength. That
Yeah,
means
but
Ricky is
he's-
stronger.
But he's large, and there's different
It's by.
factors.
I feel like it translates. It's like by proportion. Like
So if you factor it like a character does, like if you have a 19 strength score as a character plus the large size of the dragon, it can be up to 4,000 pounds. But it just depends on how Echo rules it and factors it.
okay. I do not believe a young black dragon, which is a large creature, could lift and move a Brahma. I just don't. That doesn't
That's fine.
compute for
Yeah,
me.
That's
Like it might be
So-
able to shove it or like move it
So
a short distance,
equation-
but it could not fly it across the
yeah,
river.
equation, it's not even close. Multiply your strength score times by 15 pounds, and then for large, you double it. For huge, you quadruple it. So it would still only be like 700, 800 pounds. It still wouldn't even. Yeah. I like the idea, though.
it
That'd
was
be
a
pretty
thought.
fucking cool. But on the other hand, I don't want a fucking flying creature to steal our Brahma at any point in the future. So let's not open that door. let's not open
A
that
group
door.
of Gloomstalkers are like, they could do this! Wah! And just fly off with the Brahma.
Oh, we just need 10 Gloomstalkers. Okay, well, let's settle in.
Yeah. That's gonna kind of be closer towards the the water. He's gonna be like crouched down, just running the fan through his hands and shit. While everybody's kind of we get settled in and shit.
Okay.
And then if I'm cooking for the night, because I think Ash and I spent some time cooking together, I
Ash
will
taught
make
you a family recipe, if I remember
I-
correctly.
So what we were having tonight is like fry bread that I've like made in a pan that's seasoned with some garlic and herbs. And then like on top of that bread, I'm ladling some like yellow curry chicken. You can like wrap it up and
Sounds
eat it
so
like
good.
that.
Renarin is gonna come over to you cooking. Thanks for cooking for us, and he'll pat you on the shoulder and give you a guidance for this role.
Okay.
What are you?
He's so many things, apparently. Um,
Elder?
roll your cooking check plus a d4. So generally a survival or a wisdom plus proficiency.
Okay. And then
Oof.
another D4 you said. Oof. I'm sad, everybody.
Yeah. So here's what happens. As soon as you begin making this curry chicken, and you're on the beachfront, you're completely unaware as the water from the ocean is creeping up the sand. And you're halfway through making it when the sand underneath your basically your cooking stand suddenly goes soft and the entire pot just out into the water.
That's tragic.
Yeah, Ricky does it. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 and like tries to catch it, and then just kind of like both knees down into the watery sand. Just kind of looks at it as it washes away.
Do you still have some left over? Can you make it again?
Can I? I have no idea.
Yeah, you could try again. Yes.
Here, I'll collect everything
We'll
together.
move it further away from the water.
Yeah, pull my cooking stuff inland a bit. Try
Yeah.
again.
Go ahead. It just is taking you the whole time all over again.
Yeah.
This one's better anyways.
The fucking the duality of Ricky.
Add a D4.
Add a D4.
All right.
He guidance you.
Make this as good as possible.
Yeah!
Ash's ghost teleports here to observe just for a moment.
Okay. Yeah, like Ash, you just in the afterlife you smell curry. You're like, oh.
Ash is on one shoulder, Amelia is on the other. Yeah.
Oh my god, I
shit.
forgot about that.
Instead of a fucked up devil angel thing, it's Ash and some poor ghost girl.
Yeah.
As you make this chicken curry, basically, anyone who eats it, it's delicious. The chicken, it falls apart tender. The curry is both sweet and spicy and just melts away in your mouth. It is delicious, and you feel hearty, heartened, and fortified by Ricky's meal, and are awarded 22 temporary hit points.
Oh my god, where did the...
Oh shit.
Really?
I don't
Holy
want to go to
shit.
sleep now.
I can take it back if you
No,
want.
it stays until you use it.
Oh, okay.
I don't take away temp HP awarded from food.
Nice.
Literally half of my hip.
Jesus. Thanks.
Look over at Ricky.
Or, I'm sorry, 26 temporary hit points.
Ooh,
I forgot the
More than half of
D4.
my points.
Oh, nice.
that is.
What were you saying, Zed?
I look over at Ricky. I should be in fucking heaven right now eating this. No pun intended. I should have used better words on that.
That
I'm
wasn't
just gonna
red.
smile at you. Yeah, he was a really good teacher, so
Is the The best I've had in a while. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Sometimes cooking helps when I'm sad. So I'm glad everybody likes it.
Your cooking helps when I'm sad, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No,
Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
I was just Joe. You want to know something funny?
Yeah.
He had to have known that you were gonna look through that letter. Because there was a fucking address to mail it out. Why would we ever look through it unless he knew your
Would
little
as-
nosy ass was gonna
I
go
would
through it?
assume if like there might have been specials. Listen,
Uh-huh.
if listen,
Usually you leave the standard procedures leave separate letters if you have one for your crew, but
well, was I right? I mean,
you
I
were.
was right.
That's why I found it funny.
So was he. You notice, uh, you notice Erin is loading a final shell into her cylinder.
As in she's topped it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't say anything, but she
Okay.
changes where she stores her bullets on her person.
Okay. It was just a standard bullet that she took.
Good.
Because that's the one she saw you take it out of the pocket she took it out from.
She's lucky she only took a standard. Or we'd have a dead halfling. Yeah, that's it. Yum yum.
So, as you've pressed your way and dodged a couple encounters, let's go ahead and get to your rest for tonight. Who's on what watch? And choose carefully. Let's not have anybody die.
If you guys don't mind, I'd like to take last watch.
I'll go first.
The infamous second watch here.
Certainly,
No,
this
you're
one will
on
go
third.
better. Oh,
You're on
okay.
third. You gotta switch it up.
No, I go in second. Ricky's there. Yeah.
Astro will take whatever watch.
I just
She's
don't
gonna
want.
read her book for 4 hours no matter what.
I don't want right on watch with Joe or Aaron.
Aaron will watch with Zed.
Actually,
Wait, Ren, did you want to do second watch with me? Otherwise, I can move to third.
wait, hold on.
I mean, Astra needs to take a watch.
Astra's
I
got
think
third.
after the day you've had, I think Renarin would take
Damn.
first watch because he
He
wants,
wants
you
to
guys
let
sleep.
Ricky to have.
Yeah.
Astro will be on first and second watch.
We need a third, by the way. You want to just be on third? Anybody?
I can move over to the third.
All right, so
Wait, what? What's going on here? There's no second watch.
France.
I'm second
They only
on
need,
second
they only
as
need
well.
4 hours.
Yeah, I can trance.
She's a full elf.
Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Try
okay.
to read as much of that book as he can.
Hell yeah! Did I get the other 2 hours by the way before rest?
Yes, you did.
Insatiable.
Sure am. I have to read this bitch for 8 days total.
8 days a week.
Okay. First watch. Joe, Rain, Joe, Rain, and Astra.
Yeah, sorry, class. Do you want rain or red?
He said either's fine.
Either or.
So Ren. It's just shorter.
Is it?
Even shorter. It's even shorter.
You might as well just call him R.
Right.
Okay.
AOR.
It's Renarin, but yeah.
What are we doing? Perception?
Perception.
Oh, yeah.
Astra's at disadvantage because he's reading a book.
Oh,
That'll
I'll
do.
give you
The
advantage.
14 will... Oh.
Okay.
I've already rolled.
Over it. New perception roll.
New perception. Who dis?
You can do it. I believe in you.
There we go.
Where is the bag of holding?
still would be inside the Brahma.
Just spits more stuff out.
It's tucked in storage.
I need a survival roll for your camp, by the way. I need to know what DC I've got for wandering encounters.
Very low.
Great. That's as low as it can be.
Yep.
So you basically you're at the delta to the Bay of Toil and you just don't move.
Yeah, Joe was like, "Here we go. We're already here."
Yeah, there's a ship here. We'll be okay.
It's 11 though, so like.
The ship is not there anymore. The ship has moved
that's
down the coast.
That is not what we thought, though.
No, the rowboat left and then the ship moved on to be where it needs to be when you get to fucking Gorgonfell.
11 is still not a terrible roll. It's above average.
Nah, we didn't say it ahead of time. Never mind.
All right, what are we fighting?
Well, who knows? There's rolls that have to happen. Okay, roll me a D100 first watch.
Go ahead, new party member.
39.
Party member's gonna cook us.
Oh.
That's not the right word.
The usage of the word.
I mean, it technically could on this watch order right now, but
Okay, here's what we see. Renarin, you haven't spent a whole lot of time on the mainland. You've been here a while, but you have not actually been on proper Serisian soil too much. What you three see, or rather what you two see and Astra doesn't see, on the beach, there are suddenly ghostly lights that seem to dance up and down the beach, and anytime you focus on them, you hear, as if echoing from far, far away, ghostly laughter. Children laughing. It sounds as though they are laughing from such a faraway place, as if you're hearing the laugh bounce off of stone walls. But you're out here, out in the open. You can hear the laugh over the waves of the ocean. It is unsettling. I need the two people who perceive this to roll a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Just gonna look up. Y'all are unconscious. Like, what happened?
Rolled a 7.
You are frightened.
Uh,
Renarin, you are not frightened. You've heard stories of this, and you managed to steel yourself.
Can Joe try to pretend she's not afraid? It won't go well.
Roll performance?
No deception?
No.
I mean, it's the same roll. It's both things.
You're not lying to anyone. You're controlling your posture. You're hiding the shakes. You're frightened.
And I'm not hiding shit.
You're jumpy. You're like looking in all directions. It's clear Joe is frightened.
Does Renarin feel like we're in physical danger, or should he just ignore it and it'll pass?
From what you've heard with your successful wisdom save, spirits like this, when they are not occupying an undead and when they are not appearing as a cursed ghost form, they're usually harmless.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll probably be fine. You're able to think straight because you succeeded on the save.
Yeah, I'll see Joe kind of get nervous and a little frightened. And he turns over to her and says, "Hey, we're gonna be okay. That's fine.
I know.
Do you have any hobbies? Do you play any games? Anything like that?"
I'll just smack her.
You smack me?
No, I'm not gonna
No, she-
smack her.
Listening to you, she that's what she says. She doesn't smack her.
Oh.
Do you have any hobbies or games?
Joe kind of just glowers at you and looks back at Renar and then just says, "My hobby's shooting stuff."
I was talking more like card games or chess or checkers or anything like that.
I played chess with some guy once, and I wasn't very good at it. I'm really a
Oh.
lot better of a shot.
Okay. And he'll break out a dragon chess set.
So you're gonna
And,
distract me from the scary ghost by making me feel bad about myself?
No. Would you like to learn more about chess? So next time you face someone?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
I mean, chess is one thing, but I mean, I could get to know you more since we're traveling together. Might be
Sure.
more useful information than the pointy piece goes 7 squares up and then 8 across. I don't even think that's what it does.
I'm just. Oh, yeah, sure.
Like, we can play, but we could,
We can play and talk.
yeah, like that. Like, why'd you enlist?
I well, I was and he just kind of like fumbles over the words. I didn't really. I was told to really.
Oh, you're a criminal.
No.
Why do you always think the worst in people, Joe?
That's not a bad. I don't have a problem with criminals. Like,
Right.
they're forced to enlist.
Yeah.
No.
Aaron says from her cot.
What do you? I realize that maybe I come from a place that Saris hasn't really heard of too much, but do you know anything about the Tissot family?
Do I?
Roll a history check at disadvantage.
I'm from rural Black Powder.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah, he did.
It's.
I rolled a natural one.
There's
See
your
if it
answer.
blinks.
Okay.
You famous family? You rich boy?
Rich, yeah. Come.
Boy? Wait, sorry, I don't know much about changelings. Are you a boy?
You can use they if you want.
Rich person?
Yeah, I come for money. I was told to come here by my dad.
Okay. Your daddy made you enlist.
Yes.
Oh boy.
All right, no shame there. I mean, I kind of enlisted for my daddy, but he didn't tell me to. I wanted to.
Well, he said you either go to Saris and fight the War of the Dead, make a name for our family, or you die.
Yeah, no offense. This is
Holy
getting a little
hell.
too personal for me. So I go like 20 feet away and start reading.
Asher, you weren't even paying attention. Anyways, so wait a minute. You're not even from Saris, and it seems like your family already has a good name. I've never heard of it, but maybe other people have. And your daddy said, "Go fight for a country you're not even from, or I'll kill you."
Yeah, make a good name for the Tissot family in Saris.
You don't already have a good name?
I think he wants to open up some sort of deal with the royalty of Saris.
Well, how
Something
does
like
he
that.
accomplish that? Sending his kid to the front lines? You're just gonna die. No offense.
I'm gonna try not to, I guess.
Well, we're all trying, but that Brahma over there has 2 names.
Jesus.
I realize that.
I mean, I hope you don't, but it's not like we're having tea with the Eravons.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if in Fury, Shia LaBeouf shows up and Brad Pitt just punches him in the face.
So,
Sorry, maybe I'm making assumptions, but I'm not putting these dots together in a way that makes sense to me.
I don't know.
Also, king means she's just gonna knock one of your pieces off the chest.
That's checkers. This is chess, but all right.
King me.
You killed Echo.
That was good. That was good.
Oh boy.
So
I'll
Face
stop.
is
tell me-
fucking
I'll stop
red as
talking.
fuck.
How about you explain it to me instead? Because I'm clearly not getting it.
Sure, yeah.
You can
and
have a
he'll
point of
explain.
inspiration for that.
Thanks.
He'll explain like different moves and stuff. Well,
Well, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking about your daddy issues.
Well, you can't tell me that, you know, you guys haven't had a real impact on the war, right?
I guess. I mean, some people are alive because of us, but I mean, have you ever heard of the phrase "cannon fodder"?
Jesus, Joe.
Do you really think we're cannon fodder in a Brahma?
I think. Well, some of the front lines are. I think you have a better bet in this Brahma.
Then I'm in a good place then, right?
Or your dad was gonna kill you?
No. He said, go to Saris, and you'll either make a good name for the Tissot family, or you'll die.
Okay. Realistic.
Oh,
But it wasn't an option to stay home. Where are you from?
not really. Silitalk.
Oh
Is that
my
how you say it?
god.
DM?
What?
Is that how you say
Silitalk.
it?
Yeah,
Silitalk?
Silitalk.
Yeah, okay.
Ran, that's like as far east as you can get from here.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
You came all the way here just to join the War of the Dead. Does it match your ideals, or are you just hoping for glory?
Well, my dad's hoping for glory.
I'm asking you.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're about to find out. And he gives you a small smile.
Starting with the retaking of Gorgonfell.
Yep.
Baby steps, right?
It's probably not a baby step, no, but
No,
we're getting
see,
there.
that was sarcasm. I'm sorry, it doesn't normally come off. I just sound like a bitch. I've been told that.
Well, I assume by the accent you're from here.
Oh yeah, well, not this part of Saris. Much further west. In the desert, not the plains.
Okay.
So, you know, this undead turmoil I was kind of raised in. It's not something I could choose to join. It's always been a part of me.
Yeah. So grew up here.
Yes.
Sounds really rough being brought up in the epicenter of all this, right?
Yeah. My first set of parents didn't last very long, but the second one stuck around a while.
Well, how were the second parents? Were they good to you?
Oh yeah, taught me how to shoot. Taught me everything I know about the mortuary business. It was a real
Well,
ball of sunshine.
that's good. Glad you had some good parents.
Parent. I only had the one.
Oh. Well, glad you had a good parent.
Yeah, he was the best.
What about you? Reading the book.
Oh, she's
You
been on
from here
this
too?
kick for a hot minute. Like, she won't put that fucking thing down, and it looks like she's wanting to die while doing it, so I don't
You
get it at all.
cannot chastise me for this. You said you would help.
Did I?
Yes. in order to help with that little fucking rock on your hand that likes to...
And you still didn't help.
It told me to fuck off. What do you want?
She's just gonna put her hands behind her head and let you talk to Ren.
So, you have to finish that book before. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what?
I have a certain amount of days to read this, otherwise it stops working.
Did I roll an Arcana check to see if I know anything sounds familiar?
Sure. Roll Arcana.
Ah, well, 4.
For an 11. You've heard of a Tome of Knowledge. You don't know the specifics, but you've heard of them.
All right. A Tome of Knowledge. Something. Read it, and you get something for it.
Yep, that's
Am I
it.
right?
You're correct.
Good deal. And are you from here as well? Or
Where
are you
is
from
here?
somewhere else? Saris.
Oh no, I am not from Saris.
Oh. Can I ask where you're from?
Way further down than Saris.
You know, none of us ever asked Astra where she was from. She just showed up with a potion, and it fixed Ricky up, and then she was part of the crew.
And how
Yep.
long have you been?
I don't remember. How long has it been?
Few weeks.
Since we joined up, a couple weeks.
There you go.
Oh. Glad you're here with us, Astra.
Thanks. Hopefully
don't
I can
think
say the
she
same
is.
about you. Listen, I didn't like you at first, but you warmed up on me.
Warmed up on you.
This is... No, going back to my book. You pervert.
His crew really has a way with words, don't it?
No, we
we're-
fucking don't.
I think Zed is the only one who can talk his way out of a paper bag, but the problem is we're like within 5 feet of him, and it really lowers his charm just by proxy.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
terrible, actually.
All right. Well,
I can turn into a bear.
She can.
I
so
can also turn you into a dragon. That part's
She can.
that's pretty epic.
Epic.
So,
I don't mean to be
Uh,
rude, but I really do need to finish.
She
this.
needs to focus.
Yeah, go
maybe
for
we
it.
should watch.
Yeah,
Actually, while Ren was talking and looking Astra's way, can I change up the board in my favor?
Do you know what your
I don't-
favor looks like?
Mm-mm.
That's
Roll sleight of hand.
a good question, actually.
I rolled a 23, so I'm moving pieces. I don't know if it's helping or not.
Okay. After a few moments, Ren, you look back at the board, and you have one.
Oh, somehow I'm white now, and I've won.
Oh, good game. It's so fun. I see why people waste their time doing this.
Well, the point of the matter is you have taken your mind off the thing. So,
Well, yeah,
Job
I guess I
done.
have.
As the rest of your watch passes without incident, we will move on to second watch. Astra, Ren and Joe go to sleep. And Astra, you're just sitting there on the beach with your
Finally,
book.
quiet.
Rolling perception at disadvantage.
Yeah.
And I'll roll your D100.
Oh, actually, really fucking good.
Yeah.
You rolled a 64.
I rolled a 100.
No fucking way.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
I'm glad you rolled
Oh, we're gonna
Sure,
die.
it's not a 1 or a 10.
I'm sure.
it. Ignore
Okay.
this roll, but I just want to see what I would have rolled.
A 10.
A 10.
Oh.
Okay.
This is either gonna be cool or I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
Hold on. Okay. I need somebody else to roll me a d12.
I would like to, unless Ricky wants to.
That's a head shake.
Yeah, so I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Astra.
6 bullets.
yes.
Hold on.
Oh no.
Astra, with your high perception roll. Over the ocean, lightning cracks. The sky is a rolling darkness. It is far enough away that you can see clearly. As you are looking out over the water, another lightning strike blasts into the ocean. And it's only in a silhouette. As if the shadow is cast across the clouds in the sky. In the water, standing, you see a pair of oblong, dark blue eyes. What do you do?
She puts the book down and stands up and looks closer, I guess.
As you're
Focuses on
watching
the
it,
eyes.
the eyes, you only see them for that split moment that the lightning cracks, and they were pretty high up off of the surface of the water, maybe 30 feet up above, but they were also quite a ways out in the water. They were not close. When the lightning strikes again, a few moments later, you see them again in the exact same place, and they are looking in your direction.
Does it look like they're looking at me or just towards me?
They're pupilless.
Um,
It's hard to tell.
I walk closer to it, trying to get a better look.
Okay. I'm still rolling off that 25. It's a long minute before another strike of lightning occurs.
I just keep walking until it does.
Okay, you're at the edge of the water, so do you start swimming?
Fuck it. I'll turn into a shark.
Okay. You wild shape into a shark, diving into the water, and you're heading in the direction that you saw that
That's what
entity.
Ash did.
Off you
yeah,
go.
I go. Fuck, I didn't even think about it. Just the fucking blue eyes caught me. No!
Blue eyes, white dragon.
Yeah, I've made my bed. Let me lie in it.
Roll me another perception check as you swim out in that direction.
I'm gonna go play with that mysterious shape in the water.
Natural 20. 28.
No way. Okay,
Yes.
here is what you see the next time lightning strikes.
Oh boy.
Here we go. I made a prediction.
Deep in the water, hundreds of feet around, you see a huge swath As the lightning strikes above the water, light is cast out into the ocean deep, and you can see the shadows cast by hundreds, thousands of fish and sea creatures that are floating upward because they have died.
I turn back and I fucking run.
Class was right. He sent me a
Fuck.
prediction. He was correct. You can't run. You're a fish.
You turn
I
around, you
swim.
swim back towards land. Okay, you do that.
I'm gonna wake everybody up.
Okay. I
How
need
far was
someone
it
else.
In Astra's approximation.
Pretty far off shore. Likely maybe half a mile.
Okay.
So you emerge from the water, turning back into yourself, and you awaken the party. What do you
In
say?
a fucking panic. I know what that is, right? Since we just talked about it like however
The
long
other
ago
day.
it was. Yeah.
When we were fighting the Gloomstalkers, Ash
Yeah.
feed
Say-
us into what Gloomstalkers
Say
are
its
sign of.
name.
I have
I'm-
no clue what you guys are talking about.
No, it's the fuck. Hold on.
Nightwalker.
Yeah,
The
thank you,
Nightwalker.
Nightwalker. Yeah, that thing.
You think you've seen a Nightwalker? That's
Yeah.
what you tell the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
What?
Where?
So many dead fish out there. My point.
Can we see it?
Everyone can roll perception.
Yeah.
It is a pitch black sky. You see a storm is rolling in from over the ocean.
16. Someone got a fuck. Yeah.
Ricky,
Yeah, Ricky. Look upon death.
I need to make a roll. Ricky, with
Who
a
rolled
22, you are watching. You're looking out over the ocean. Lightning strikes. And at this point, you guys have all been staring out over the water for a long, almost a minute before lightning struck again. Looking into the rain and the heavy winds and the crashing waves, Ricky, you see what I described Astra as seeing. A pair of oblong, dark blue eyes looking inland. Nobody else sees it amidst the mist and the rain and the lightning.
So trying to stay calm, I'll say, yeah. So Astra, is it those eyes out
Yeah.
there? Is that yeah? Yep, I see him.
I swam out there, and there were so
Oh,
many
you
dead
went
fish in the
out
water.
there.
Well,
Lucky you're not a fucking dead fish, Astra.
I didn't go that far.
What is it you guys are seeing? I don't see it. What are we looking at?
I don't see it either, but I believe them. It's a fucking Nightwalker.
All right.
Let's move
What do we
out.
need to do here?
We need to
We need to
leave, and we
run.
need to tell
I'm
Commander
gonna call
now.
that in right now, like yesterday.
Okay.
We're packing up camp as fast as possible, tossing stuff in the Brahma.
I
Yep.
immediately go to the box, sending box.
Fred,
Get that cup.
Rain hops in the driver's seat.
RR calling in.
RR, this is Private Franchin. How can I help you? This late at night.
If we're not mistaken, just east, out in the ocean, we see what we think is a Nightwalker. Whatever it is big and it's dangerous, and you need to get the fucking ship as far away from it as possible. Over.
Ship's already dead.
Probably, yeah.
Acknowledged. Did you say a Nightwalker? Over.
Half a mile off the coast.
About a half mile off the coast, that's our best guess. Whatever it is, it's fucking huge, and it's looking at us.
Confirmed. Can you give us the nearest landmark so we can triangulate maybe a little bit over?
The Delta.
At the delta of the river, by where the galleon had dropped off supplies last, about 4 or 5 hours ago. Over.
Confirmed. I will reach out to the LOAs. See if they see anything. Over. Stand by.
Keep us in the loop. Over.
Does stand by mean stay put?
Yes.
No.
Ah.
What?
Stand by
What?
means stay there.
Sure does.
Joe has dived into the Brahma and she's looking for Ash's bag of holding.
You find it.
Can she get Regal out of it?
Yeah, you think about Regal, and it appears in your hand, and Regal says, "Oh, it's getting cooped up."
Hey, you majestic son of a bitch. I think there's a Nightwalker. What am I supposed to do?
Firstly, if it was a Nightwalker, you would know for certain.
I can't see it, but Astra and Ricky said that they saw it, and it's a half a mile away, and they told us to stay put, but I don't really want to stay here any longer.
I see. How far away?
Half a mile.
I need to make a roll for Regal. The worst thing you could do is make haste. A Nightwalker... What?
Make haste away. Like, the worst thing we could do is run?
The worst thing you could do is move quickly.
Why?
It can sense fear.
I'm
And
very afraid.
You might want to get that under a leash. It smells fear and thrives off it. So breathe, relax.
Joe's gonna try to calm down.
It's up to you if you can do that, like a wisdom save
I
or
was
something.
scared of ghost children playing on the beach.
I'm going to, hearing
Are
her say
you-
this, I'm gonna walk over. You got something?
Yeah, I'm looking at my ingredients and things I've picked up along the way. If I can hear this, Joe,
She's like hunched up against the Brahma, holding Regal in her hands, just like hyperventilating.
I would say
Okay,
Regal is
yeah.
not keeping it just to Joe.
For Joe.
Which means, Ren, a new voice has appeared in your mind that you've never heard before.
What? What's that?
So
Ren, we'll fill you
It's a
in
crown
on
of a
that in
dead
minute.
god.
What?
Okay, let's all take it easy. Ricky, what do you got?
Well, just for Joe, I was gonna walk over, and if you are really having, like, you're that upset, I'm just gonna hand you some mellow thistle, which I have collected, which according to my notes will give you advantage against fear.
Yeah, she's.
That's exactly what it does.
Oh fuck! Thank you. I was
Roll a
like, I'm in
wisdom
high
save
school
at
again.
advantage. Anybody who is paying attention can also roll a perception check as this is happening.
I rolled a 17, which is great because my
Another one
advantage
on
was like a
top of the
6.
last one I rolled, you mean?
21.
21.
Yeah, 16.
Okay. Hold on. 16.
It was like, I rolled a
21.
fucking Nightwalker. Of course I did.
I could roll the night.
I rolled the
Yep.
one. Out of
He-
the
Oh yeah,
D12.
you did roll the one. You rolled
Yes.
Yeah, it's on me.
Oh,
Still might not be a Nightwalker. We don't know.
it's a Nightwalker.
It's a Nightwalker.
With a wisdom save of 17, Joe, you managed to get a hold of yourself.
Okay.
You've dealt
Good cush.
with hordes of undead. This is just another one.
Big one. Got it.
Zed. Lightning strikes. You're looking where they're saying this entity was.
No.
Only this time, you are confident it is not there. You see open sky. For a moment, the sky, like the horizon, is clear and illuminated. And you are confident there's nothing there.
Folks, whatever that was, it is not where it was prior. I don't know if it's gone. If it's coming after us, but we're holding position till we get further instructions, whether I agree with it or not.
Okay.
Somebody said that this is what we think it is. It feeds off fear.
Yeah.
If you need help with that, let me know. I got
No,
something for you.
I got some sick kush.
Good.
Push is not a word that will ever be canon in Amaranth, and I need you to accept that. You can say it all you like, but it will never be in the histories. Huh?
Oh, I was about to just keep going on the little spiel.
By all means. Go ahead.
Regardless of what that fucking thing was, we've faced countless threats, and we're still here. We got this. And, Ren, the long talk shortened down, we do have the crown of a dead god named Regal.
You
Regal,
keep saying dead. There's no evidence of that.
There's no evidence it's not.
okay. We have the crown of a long. I don't semantics. I don't care at this point. Regal, introduce yourself to our new crew member.
Greetings. I am Regal, Crown of Aktesh. Created by her before she ascended. I assist these fellow allies. Was fond of Ash from the Fire, as his willingness to use me to save his allies was commendable. Now that he is gone, I find myself alone.
A good little about me. I like that.
Is there any downside to wearing it? I don't know if I've asked that before.
Yes. Yes, you've asked that before.
Nobody knows.
Should you
This was in
attempt?
character.
Should you attempt to use me to wrest the control of an undead from a mage, it is a contest. If you do not have the willpower to contest them, it is possible for you to fall under their control instead.
Oh,
And Ren, this is where it comes into how we have it in our possession. We had some incompetent officers and captains back at Fort blah blah blah.
Stonefield.
Stonefield, the nest.
The nest.
You've heard
They
of this. You've heard of the nest, Ren.
They were incompetent and were not able to use it, and it almost got us all killed. And they think the crown, higher ups think the crown is missing in us as a unit, have kept it under wraps, and used it when necessary. And Astra, I don't know what Regal says about it. I know she says there's no downside, but
I just
every bit of
described the
power comes
downside.
that's not the downside. Everything comes with a price.
All right. Well, hello.
Make no mistake, it is
Regal.
treason, their decision, but it's one that I agree with.
It is.
Okay. So, this is not going to bring a good name to the Tissot family. Got it.
Perhaps don't
Yep.
mention it.
Yeah, only if they find out. Just don't talk about it.
Oh,
This is
okay.
why, Astra,
what?
we keep this shit and don't just say it to everybody.
He's gonna be traveling with us. He already heard it. We're gonna lie to
I
him.
just don't want you to make a habit of it.
I'm not gonna just tell any fucking body.
Good. Yeah. I didn't agree with it at first, but it's a group collective decision.
Okay. Do I know anything of all my years of just being in a book?
Are you
About
proficient in
Aktesh?
religion?
Not religion. History, though.
History is one thing, religion is another. You can roll history, but the DC's pretty damn high. Because this is
Okay.
old history.
I'm looking for the eyes. Well, this conversation isn't happening, by the way.
You can roll another
she's-
perception.
Looking
My
off the
eyes
horizon
have
the whole time.
not peeled from that horizon, yeah, while talking about this. whole thing.
I'm gonna guidance
Oh my
myself.
God, I'm rolling
Okay.
so badly.
Okay.
Let's see, shit.
Well, we'll see what happens. I need something. Okay, 19.
Aktesh was once a ruler of a city. She was famed for being very wise, for having impeccable logistics, to the point where the city that she ruled was experiencing such an economic boon that it's basically legendary for having the longest golden age of all of history. But you also know the city Aktesh ruled was famous for using undead.
Okay. So I do know a little bit about Aktesh from the history books that I've been through. Great leader. Used undead.
That tracks.
Some would say the greatest ruler of all mankind.
Sure, Regal would agree.
All right.
You
We
know,
are in the possession of it.
you know that in Old Elven, the name of Actitious City was the Gleamtress.
The Gleamtress. Trest or Trist?
Trice, the Gleamtress.
Gleamtress. All
Some
right,
people just called it the Gleam.
So, Regal.
Do you possess arcane abilities, Ren?
I do.
We'll never force it on you. If you feel the decision is needed.
I couldn't
Oh.
anyways. And he kind of taps on his head and like taps a little bit of metal through the skin.
For a later date, we'll touch on that, but
Roll your perception, Joe and Zed. As you have stated, you are keeping track of the horizon.
I did. I rolled an 11.
I'm asking you for another one.
Oh,
20.
okay. Well, hold on that.
dirty 20.
The
Can I
storm,
roll good? 13.
Zed, the storm is calming. I mean, all of you perceive that the storm is calming, but the horizon still appears clear. It is at this moment that you hear over the sending box.
Rasgar's Revenge. Come in.
Rasgar's Revenge here.
This is
What do you
Private
got?
Finchy. We've received word from the SRN Eloise. They report all clear waters. No sign of a Nightwalker.
Copy that. One of our scouts reconned out in the ocean. Hundreds, if not thousands, of dead fish rising to the surface. So we know it's something. Didn't know what exactly what. That was our best guess. Over.
Acknowledged. Could have been a glimpse. Over.
Do I know what a
Glimpse?
glimpse is?
Roll Arcana.
Can I do that too?
Yeah.
17.
The 10. I can't roll. I can't roll.
A glimpse is something... Okay, so you're not entirely sure. You've heard that term used before. You would know enough to, like, research it yourself if you wanted to. But in the moment, you can't remember.
What about Ren's 22?
Okay. 22. Ren, you know what a glimpse is. A glimpse is when a entity, whether it be, usually it's considered like, or an archfey, or a devil. But a glimpse is when an entity from another plane slips into this one. Usually a glimpse only lasts a few rounds, literally like 30 seconds. And usually whenever it happens to that entity, it is painful. Because what has actually happened is where they were in their plane became too cramped. Something tried to occupy the same space as them, and they were shunted into the prime material because there was nowhere else for them to go.
Oh. I close my mouth as soon as I say that.
Copy that. We will keep you updated if we get any knowledge or further evidence. Over.
Confirmed. Nightwalker's a serious business, so please alert us on any more word. Over.
Copy. Over.
That's the end of your communications because they don't reach out to you again. That's what happens.
Okay.
Ah.
Whoever's on watch, keep an eye out. The rest of us, we need to start getting our rest in, so we get to it first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So, Astra, as your watch ends, everyone else tries to settle in for sleep except for you,
Ricky?
Ricky.
Oh, except for me. Oh, Ricky.
Ricky, when you settle down on the beach to try and have your watch, the ghost that has always been by your side sits crisscross applesauce, like a child would, except she looks like an older woman looking up at you. And you hear her say, in your ear as if she's whispering, "Blackjack." And that's where we're going to stop tonight's session.
You were really into gambling.
Sure was.
The
And as we
beer gambling
come
bit.
to our splash screen,
Aw, Rip.
goodbye, Ash from the fire. You will be missed. And hello, Renarin Tissot, a fellow with some trauma, it seems.
Oh yeah,
He is way too open with sharing his trauma.
daddy issues galore.
Joe was definitely pushing him, and he just didn't know how to say, "I have boundaries."
That means he has no boundaries.
Aha.
So, as we come to the end of the session, before anything else, I want to say thank you all for playing with me. I hope you had a good time. I'm really sorry, class.
That's all right.
That is what this campaign is and what it will do to you. Before we go any farther, AJ, what was something somebody did that you think deserves an inspiration point?
I mean, I have to give it to class for the letter. Yeah, the letter was incredible. I'm very sad for Ash to go and very glad we got that send off. My runner up, I guess, would be, just to call it out, the entire conversation between Ren and Joe. I was cracking up through that entire thing.
All right. Class.
Gosh. If I could just give it, like, all of you, after Ash died, just, like, fumbling through. It seemed like you guys were fumbling through a lot, trying to get, like, the Brahma running and, like, everything with the Brahma. But I think... Oh, boy. A cool moment that was this session was probably Zed and the prayer with his patron.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it that. That was good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Huge.
I was 100% going to give it to Penn for the chess thing.
I got an info for it.
King me, but you got an inspo for it. I really liked the callback from Ricky on what they taught each other with cooking, and the specific thing that he actually really liked in using those powders, and then a lot of things she personalized to
kind of just commemorate him. I think it was very touching.
Mhm.
And I love yellow curry chicken.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Pen.
Honorable mention for the letter because it was very sweet, but
Yeah.
you've already gotten mentioned for it. So I want to mention, I really like Zed stepping up in leadership. Like, we clearly need it. He's the only person in the group with like a solid charisma, and he's doing his best to be the voice of reason and to wrangle everybody and get them to focus and be less embarrassing in front of new people. And yet here we are, and that whole interaction with like Renarin meeting us all for the first time, and the halfling flirting with him and Joe stepping on her foot, and then the halfling firing a gun that she clearly doesn't know how to use, and then scrambling away and hiding under the tank. Like, oh Jesus, we're very professional. And being like, stupid.
This is the most serious character I've ever played in. All of my other characters.
Yeah, Artie would
Yep.
be just part of the chaos.
Artie, Tony, Vic, none of
Yep.
them are
I'm
even
just-
close.
I'm just glad you're not shoving spaghetti down your pants.
Oh my
Do it
god.
one time.
Give it
Oh, just
time.
one time.
All right. Cynic.
Well, I had one thing I was gonna vote for that somebody took it, and then another that like I'm just like fuck. I gotta give it to Zed for trying to take the gun away from Aaron. It's like, give it here. She's like, no, and she just runs.
I'm not giving her that gun.
All right. Zed. Dooch, you've earned a player's inspiration for your performance tonight. Well done. Before we go any farther, Astra, you have 3 more hours from the book. From your watches. And
How many hours total out of 48?
19.
Nice.
God, that's
Okay.
nothing.
That's good. It's almost half fun.
thank you all for playing with me tonight. I hope you had a good time. I feel terrible for killing Ash, but this is the campaign that's going to happen in. To those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi Pan and everyone else.
AJ.
Hello.
And AJ.
Also,
Emily.
didn't kill
The people who
Ash.
really
Ash
listen.
killed Ash.
It's fair. We love you all, and I wish you a good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
I'm going.